Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't even change the right. The what's that? Okay, we're good. The shit should come in. Are we live? It's live. Yeah, it's live.
Oh shit, we are live.
So yeah, we are live.
It says, okay, now it says 97 people in here.
Shit tight.
I'm only giving this the break because I want the audio listeners to like check their phones and be like, what? What's going on? Hello? Chat, tell me if I'm quiet. Ladies and gentlemen.
He's on fire!
God, it feels good to be back.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't miss this. I like being off the internet for a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know that it's not necessarily just a pod. It was just not being on the internet for a week was kind of cool. There's shit going on in life if you just like look around.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
What were 3 pros and 1 con your experience in Africa?
That's crazy. Africa, the continent. We can tell who hasn't been out of the States, huh, Bezos?
The continent of Africa. I mean, I don't know what part of Africa you went to. I never asked. So
I was Asia.
Like,
oh shit,
bro, this is crazy.
Oh,
fuck?
Oh shit.
Come on, brother.
I was North America, brother.
Come on, brother.
And if you were from Europe and you were talking about you were going to America, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't know where you were going. They would ask you, "How was your trip to America?" Even if you went to Boston or LA or Texas, they would still
America's
say,
the country, though.
America is the country, brother.
I don't know
my
what part of
God.
Africa you
Hey, yo, what the
fuck? This already is crazy.
Oh my God,
I
brother.
asked a simple question. That's crazy.
He said the country is America, brother. Come on, brother.
Again, I don't know what part of. Did you not go to Africa?
Bezos, you've been to the Philippines recently, right?
It's crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Dama, Omar, Mr. Worldwide all of a sudden now. Okay.
But you know what's funny? I haven't done this to Sage. It was just that Damo said that what he said. That was crazy.
I don't know what part of Africa you went to, buddy. I'm sorry.
Why you just didn't ask though?
Why would I?
You
Why
did
would
think
I
he had Wi-Fi, huh?
Why would you ask?
Christ.
Oh, so you really don't give a fuck. So why you asking?
I didn't give a fuck, but it seems like very good etiquette for the conversation. I really don't, but I would like to know what your experience was like going to whichever part of Africa you went to.
Do you give a fuck or you don't give a fuck?
Do I give a fuck that you went? Yes. What part? I really don't.
Damn. So you don't give a fuck.
I really don't give a fuck what part you went to.
So you don't give a fuck about what I did. Is what you're saying?
That's not. I don't give a fuck what part you went to. It's all.
Okay.
It's all one big Africa to me.
So it's
I don't
fuck
know.
me. I leave for 2 pods and it's just fuck up. Huh? Okay.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna answer it too. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. The only podcast in which we try something different. We have a new ranking for lighting. I think it's clear that I'm still 1, but number 2 is Sage.
Hey man, I got in the lab, chat. I was getting water and I spilled some of the water on my camera, so that kind of forced me to fuck with the camera settings and shit like that. So it is what it is. We ball up top and we always get better every time we touch the court.
I feel like I'm seeing a new part of your life now. Like
That's
this
what
is.
he looks professional. You look professional.
Nah, yeah, I like when y'all was like, so to rip the band-aid off for all a bit. When y'all was like trying no green screen today, I was like, all right, cool. But then I realized it was absurdly dark in here, so I had to go in the lab. But yeah, glad y'all like it.
I love it.
You look like if you had just a segment, Sage's Corner.
Shit, I can do that. I can tell. Come up on stage, rate yourself on a 1 to 10. Don't say 7 type shit. I can do that.
I like that. Number 3 in the lighting rankings, solz.
How's it going?
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic, man.
Yeah, I feel like your lighting is very just clean cut, professional, corporate. We're doing an interview. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. I like it's brighter on your left side. Yeah, it's a little brighter on that side coming to the. Wait a minute. Hold on now.
Yeah, man, I got a backlight here.
Yeah, hold on. This look a little good. And I know you got some backlights. I don't know. Hold on.
I just need more backlighting. That's it.
Yeah, his light is definitely straight.
You do got some backlights in your room though.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
The pod
that.
light I'm using as a backlight.
I'm saying you got other backlight. You got lights in your. I mean,
Indeed.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the way that it looks. And now, Batman.
No.
That's crazy. It's because of the stairs.
Absolutely fine. I know my light is terrible. I get it. I know.
I mean, I know that was like Alex, but it is just like a dark abyss to the left. That's probably fucking.
Yeah,
him up.
it really is.
It's just if it weren't for the steps, he'd probably be all right.
You wearing a black shirt and a black do-rag is also not helping. It looks mad black in there.
Oh wow.
That's what I was going for.
Bezos,
This guy went to Africa, right? Crazy.
Pre-pod. I want y'all to know Bezos, nothing wrong with that. Pre-pod, Bezos, that shit is terrible.
Awful. Absolutely awful. We're gonna it's gonna get fixed. Like damn.
Bezos said, what the
My buddy
fuck?
did head nod you and say it's gonna get fixed.
Yeah,
He did head nod you.
All right.
He
Didn't know it was
say
that bad.
He said, "Oh shit, we got to work on that one." I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think
We gotta
had to
lab
work.
this one.
That's crazy. Listen, man, if you're new to this, you want to be true to this, make sure that join button, make sure that like button, make sure that subscribe button, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the podcast. I was all the way in Ghana, and somebody recognized me. Now I do think that person was trying to steal from me, so a little different experience. Oh. You're Omar. You're Omar. I was like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh man, yeah, you got big money. Come and shop at my stand. Hold up. Fuck, nigga. If you're on audio, make sure you read that 5-star review. Leave that 5-star review. B-Solz, you got a 5-star review for us?
Well, we actually don't, but we are hoping to have a 5-star review for the next pod. So leave a 5-star review.
Okay. And last but not certainly least, if you want to support us, then you can leave one of these. This is a super chat. How did my gunshot sound?
Good.
Yeah, they sound normal.
Clear.
Does my mic sound good though? Somebody said I might sound quiet or SNS just sounds loud.
Oh damn. I don't get that one, but I'll turn my shit down a little bit, I guess.
Everybody levels sound fine to me.
I'm about to say maybe I'm tripping, but this is
I
the first
know-
time like everything's straight to me.
I know on our side it sounds good, and then we go listen back.
True.
It's not
I
somebody.
play YouTube for 2 seconds.
It's me.
I don't know what was going on your mic with the Jeopardy game. That was
Yeah,
That was
it's the
That was weird.
I turned the noise gate off for this pod, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, but the Jeopardy shit blew me. This is Jermaine for $2 says,
A little lower, I feel it. Pause.
thank God for TSO Sage. Shout out
Appreciate it, Jermaine. Appreciate you, my boy.
And Tyler Pfeiffer for $2 says, fellas, thoughts on your NFL team so far?
well, my
Man,
team's
I-
undefeated.
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
Are the Patriots on? No, they're not. Shut the fuck up.
He's a Chiefs.
My Chiefs
he's a
are
knockoff-
undefeated.
He's a
Chiefs
knockoff
fan now.
Chiefs fan. He's a GOAT fan. Any person with a GOAT quarterback, that's where he is.
Good shit, Travis.
Well, my team is defeated multiple times, multiple weeks. A lot of defeats, bad injuries. It is what it is, man. Life of a Dolphins fan.
I love my team, and I love that chat hates my team because oh my god, y'all like the goalposts is kept moving over and over and over again for the Steelers every time it hits. And shout out to Discord specifically for being like stupid as shit. Like I told you all that Mike Williams ain't fantastic, but we needed him. And what does he do? A walk-off touchdown the first week. Man, I love y'all, bro. Stay y'all.
I told y'all we was winning our division, so shouts out to me. Last super chat. This is from Trace for $4.99 says, my first donation, keep doing y'all thing, and you got to be careful in Africa. That's racist, Omar. Me and my mom got poisoned by family, LMAO. And shout out Sage, W Anime Reacts.
Type shit.
Damn.
They said don't drink the tap water. First of all, I'm a tap water drinker. I ain't gonna lie, as soon as I came back, I had some water from Chick-fil-A. My stomach was fucked. So I
Wait, so
was
it
drinking.
better or worse?
So you still drink the tap there?
I was drinking the tap. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. I was drinking the tap. When I got here though and drank the tap here,
That's when your stomach got messed up.
Oh damn.
Damn.
boy, what?
Damn, America, tighten your shit up.
Hey, that was a culture shock for me when I came here. What you mean you can drink the water from the faucet? What the fuck?
It's clean.
It's clean?
Oh
What?
shit.
I think that's just a myth. And last but not least, shouts out to Alizar56, member for 3 months. Says shout out to Low for gaslighting niggas in the worst Jeopardy game of all time.
I was getting gaslit. Thank you for the confirmation.
Everybody was gaslighting, lighting. I said it right the first time. Everybody. Funniest video we've done in a long time.
Let's get into it, man. I miss y'all. What y'all do over the weekend? Type shit. I want to hear that.
Honestly, nothing.
I ain't
It was
gonna lie.
a lazy long weekend.
Oh, my bad. I'm talked all over you, Par. Apology.
No,
Yes,
I didn't do anything, so you good, man.
Yeah, I fucking I was just out. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even do much. Just seen the people, went to the game. No, supposed to go to the game, ended up hosting the game. I'm mad as shit we bailed and didn't go to that game. That was a fantastic Steelers Commanders game. Fantastic.
Honestly, all I did was deal with the new baby, whoop some ass on Dragon Ball and Call of Duty, and caught up on some movies that I've been meaning to watch. So,
Fuck, I didn't watch that movie y'all said I was watching.
It's time for your first baby to get a job, ain't it?
she turns 3 in January. Application will be under her Coco Melon present.
You let your child watch Coco Melon?
I didn't let my child watch Coco Melon. My in-laws got her on a Coco Melon, and once they get on it, I mean, am I gonna be the one to really break? Am I gonna be the one to do it? No, I'm not. I ain't got time for it. I said no Coco Melon. I was more of a Gracie's Corner type of person, but they just love their Coco Melon in that house. So
You fuck with Bluey? I heard Bluey's good.
I fuck with Bluey. She don't fuck with. She don't like Australians. I guess I don't know. It was Bluey, and then I was watching like old Steve Irwin clips. She hated it. I was like, oh yeah, you just don't like Australians. All right.
What?
Oh, Steve Irwin is crazy. Okay.
My fault. I was looking something.
Somebody gonna ask me?
Hell no,
We already asked you. Omar, how was your trip to Africa, man? Or to Ghana. To Ghana. My bad. How was your trip to Ghana, man?
I didn't know where he went, so I just.
I guess someone else don't care. Crazy.
Wow.
I corrected myself though.
It's not that. I just had no idea where he went.
You correct yourself because you knew.
Yeah, but it was mad xenophobic from somebody from the Philippines. No. Oh God.
Okay.
I feel like it was good. And I'll explain more because I got to stream soon. I'll explain more on my stream. I don't want to bog it down. I did not have a typical experience in Ghana. Not as a brag. My cousin is kind of rich in Ghana specifically. So it was definitely not just some random experience. There were servants and home cooked meals every day. African food is fire. Just as a whole, that shit is fucking amazing. America puts too much sugar and shit, and we don't give a fuck about service at all. We don't care about the service. The service industry here is ass. The service industry over there, they will wait on hand and foot to get like a $5 tip. Me.
Oh my, make it 10.
Yeah, you had to over tip because the shit that they was doing was low key out of pocket, way out of pocket. So, yeah, overall the trip was cool. I had a really, really, really good time. I'll go into more details, breakdown day by day, when I get here or on my own stream now.
Type shit.
Type shit. Now with that being said, no more delay. Let's talk ball.
Woo!
Today's big three. Shaq agrees with us saying that the NBA is dying. It's not nostalgia, and I'm gonna tell Cruz something about himself and his punctuation usage. I know the young folks don't know anything about punctuation.
What's up, bro?
Because no, I'm gonna break the fourth wall for people. Because I came back on my shit for real. This is our notion. Big three rundown, right? Shaq agrees with us that the NBA is dying. All right, cool.
Space.
You put a comma, right? And this is supposed to signify that it's a list. It's not nostalgia. Next. I know that this is one point, though. Video games have gotten worse. I know that this is one point. You've already denoted that commas are going to be the thing that you use to make a list. You can't. What is wrong with him?
And it ain't the right hits.
Oh my God. Okay. It's not nostalgia as one of the big three. Video games have gotten worse. That's the third big three, and there's no fourth. The fourth is starting our review of the week segment. That
Do
is
we not care about proper nouns anymore?
Hey, brother.
All right, now everybody on it.
That was crazy. Q&A of the week. What has dropped off the most in the past 15 years?
Past 15? Was it 09?
Exciting stuff.
15 years, yeah, probably 09 or something like that. So that's Kobe, right? He's got some examples: music, games, movies, food, Lil Debbie's, sex.
I'll be the nerd. Phones
Got worse?
Yeah, them shit's ass
Since
now.
09?
Hell no.
They peaked around 15 and they just ass.
The difference between generations, I feel it. Like the change over generation.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm answering the question the wrong way. You right.
Wait,
But
no.
try an iPhone 2 in 2024. Good.
But
luck.
that's not when that came out. There's a real question. I'm behind you, Sage. If we look at when the iPhone 4 came out, that was the first one with FaceTime. That was 2011.
Right.
After 2011, Sage is right.
Yeah. I definitely think we all agree there. I get what they saying though. I get what they saying. I try to find something older. Damn, what the fuck is
iPhone 4 was the first one with FaceTime.
I'm gonna say music.
The argument. I'm definitely not gonna say music. I'll say fast food and cable.
Cable is the answer. Damn. Cable's the answer. I hate to retweet because I know everybody's supposed to have their own answer. Cable's the answer.
Vsauce?
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna say music. I feel like I'm at that age now where like I'm not even gonna look out for new music anymore. I'm gonna just listen to the music of my time. Like I'm coming around that corner, man.
I do that a lot too.
I think that's how old people listen to music. Like they don't even what new. Who cares what came out? I'm listening to Michael Jackson. I'm listening to, that type of music from my time. So.
We do got to talk about that. That was one of my big takeaways from Ghana. I ain't gonna lie, Michael Jackson might be overrated. I'm sorry, bro. They were tasked. We had a party. They were supposed to play American music. He didn't get no spin. He didn't get no spin in Ghana. Everybody else got played.
Who did get spin?
I'm about to say, who got the most spin?
American wise, Aretha Franklin, Lionel Richie, Prince, and Stevie Wonder. Now this was definitely an older crowd.
I'm about to say, where were you at?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely
I guess
it's an older crowd. But with that being said, that's crazy that Michael Jackson.
There's definitely no mic. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Now I'm thinking about it.
You specifically play older music. Nah, not no mic. Not no mic check. Mine is well, yeah, let me say mine. Mine is the service industry. People do not want to be in the service industry anymore, and the experience is worse now. It's just literally justified people doing more stuff at home. I don't want to do anything like outside because I know I'm gonna get bad service for the most part.
Somebody in chat said, Omar got a foot massage mid-meal and don't know how to act.
Brother, that shit was fire.
Oh, man.
Did you, before we're gonna keep going? Did y'all talk about it? Did y'all talk about the Uzi album? Because I saw that shit was ass.
Oh shit!
We didn't.
We did not talk about the
not.
Uzi album. No.
And we're not going to.
No. This is the Uzi Unite podcast. I want to hear about Lil Uzi.
Here we go.
Look, I'll do it. I'm not the biggest verter, shoulder roller on the pod, but I there was a point in time where I was. Man, I got four that I say I spin the block on. 2 that I think are genuinely good songs.
How many songs on the album?
14, I think 16. It's
I got 3.
It's a lot of misses. I can't lie. It's a lot of misses for me personally. Shout out Mr. Vert. He fuck with the creators and shit. But I just got
my point still stands on the album. I listened to the first 2 songs, thought it was trash, went to bed that night, woke up. Everyone on Twitter said it was ass, and the first 2 songs were the only 2 good songs. Never went back and listened. I was just like, you know what? this just ain't it.
Let me go back
From
and see.
everything I heard, Uzi album, this just ain't the one, and that's okay. Who can
Yeah,
be perfect?
everybody got one wrong. Everybody got missed somewhere.
It's hard to be perfect. It's hard.
I just remember when rap had that #1 like drought, and everyone was like, "Wait till Uzi drops," and like he got the #1 spot. But this time around, EA2 coming. I just thought Twitter would be a little bit more hype. Oh, EA2, what? And there was just no noise, man, no noise. And then it came out, and it was disappointing. And I'm a big Uzi guy.
Well,
I
you
like
heard
Chill
why
Day.
you said that was though, right? Apparently, this is the last album in his contractual obligations of albums to drop. So he just dropped some shit. So he's like,
Oh.
it's just this is the go away for the
That's
for
why
the
they-
studio. This
I
is for
wouldn't
the
label it
studio.
EA2
This-
though. But
I
I
don't
just
know why
checked.
they was calling it fake, but that's why they
That's
say.
that's why he's saying it's fake, and that's what I would say too. If I put out some boo boo garbage, because if it was good, you think they would have said
all the
that?
credit. No, he took all the credit. I already knew. I was like, there's one or two things that really happened. One, which is what I really think, Uzi dropped some bullshit. This nigga over here on Galaxy Gas, and he dropped some bullshit. And I was fine accepting that. Then he said that, and I thought about it as well. Is it possible? Yes. I'm not gonna just sit there and say he's a liar. I don't know Uzi. I don't know his situation. I do know if EA2 gets a deluxe, I think the nigga's lying. If EA2 gets any more attention from Uzi, I think the nigga was lying. And see what his next album looks like or next project, if he does get one. Because this was tough.
Damn, he did waste that John on EA too.
Hey,
Damn,
well,
I ain't think of it like that. Yeah, he could have called that John something else. But apparently, according to Chattertrons, and I need to stop staring at them. Apparently, he announced Love Is Rage 3. So
did you?
he could have named it like Uzi Lane demo tapes, and I would be like, okay, it's a throwaway. Like
Nigga like demo tapes is
up.
it is what it is. But EA2, come on, bro.
If you staring at the chat, do you see this dude named Jizz Administrator? He is going crazy.
I didn't see it, but now I do,
Going
and I'm
insane.
He is
Going
going.
insane.
Where the BBC at?
I'm all the way bricked up. I just jizzed all over my hamster, and now he's stuck on my computer desk.
Killers. We made his motherfucking day doing
I'm
it.
What?
solid,
We just
rock
made his
solid. I'm 3.2 inches, rock solid.
We
This
made
is-
his motherfucking
This
day.
is the one. This is the one. I'm about to steal this. Semen alert. Semen alert.
We
Semen
here.
alert.
Human alert is crazy.
It's up and it's stuck.
This nigga. Oh God. Wait. Where is it? Where is it? Is this in it? Yeah. Semen alert. Yeah. That's a crazy. Where's the other one that he put? He put some. He took a break. Yeah. Where the BBC's at? I love BBC. That's
Semen
crazy.
alert.
Oops, wrong chat.
That's like, hey, that's nasty.
Yeah, hey, right.
Come bomb.
That's just nasty.
I'm telling my girl, semen alert.
That's nasty.
Hey, that's a new I'm coming.
Yeah, even if you make it straight, that's gross.
Semen alert, semen alert.
Yeah,
Category 3 semen alert is crazy.
bro.
Yeah. I'll never say I'm about to come.
Semen alert.
Semen alert.
Semen alert's the one. Semen alert. That's the new one.
Category 3 semen.
That's coming
That
out.
sounds like
of
Goku in the
real.
bedroom.
Yo,
Oh God! All units must be advised. Semen inbound. Oh my God! All right,
Houston, we have a come.
yo, stop.
all right. Next topic, yo. Next
All right, look, we've been talking about this for a minute. Shh, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that I was right. Where is it? I gotta let it fly. I'm glad that I was right. The NBA is cooked.
Oh fuck.
Numbers are down. People are not liking what they see. They're rolling out mid-season videos in the first 6 games. I've been watching what y'all creators been putting down. It's been a lot of bullshit. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of mid-season videos, late season videos in the first like 10 games, brother.
The biggest winners and losers of week 1.
Like, come on, bro.
That used to be my bag. Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Come on, I see through it. And you know what's crazy? Other people see through it too. Cause I also done seen people string together some. I didn't have too much Wi-Fi in Ghana, but I done seen y'all put 3 9 out of 10s back to back. Okay.
Yo, you are insane.
Y'all,
they
y'all,
wildin'.
no. I done seen the floor become the ceiling. But that anyway, that's neat.
Oh, man.
Somebody said the NBA is down 40%. The NBA down 40%.
That almost mathematically
All of
means
us creators, we need to get in the room together and discuss what we gonna do. NBA is down 40%.
All right, so everybody's got their theories, everybody's got their things, and I'm glad they asked Shaq because Shaq's got a lot to say about the WNBA.
Lower the rims.
Yeah, let's see if he tells the men to lower the rims or wear booty shorts. But he responded. He responded because Shaq is a business marketing expert. Let's see if he says they should show more prints. Let's see. Let's see.
Yo, got that skims.
I have a theory that it's down because we're looking at the same thing. Everybody's running the same plays at the damn top of the key, dribble handoff. I was talking to a coach yesterday. He said they want to shoot 53s. Because, they were trying to contemplate if I could play in this era. And it's like, yo, Shaq, we would just shoot 53s. And I was like, well, how much you want to make? We want to make about 10 or 15 of them. I was like, well, that's not going to help you win. But I think everybody's looking at the same thing. And Steph Curry and those guys messed it up. Like, I don't mind Golden State back in the day shooting threes, but every team's not a three-point shooter. So why everybody has the same strategy? I think viewership will continue to go down unless we switch things back up.
On that TNT opening night, there were 2 games. There were 162 threes shot in those 2 games alone. Guys like Anthony Edwards right now are shooting like 10 threes a game. They were shooting half of that last year. And when asked, what do you think about people that want you to drive to the lane? He says, fuck them, because this is what the coaches want.
Ant saying fuck them is crazy.
Fuck 'em.
So, surprise, surprise, no skims, no Giannis print as the advertising request. But friend of the show, family of the show, Kenny Beecham also had 2 cents to put in.
So I think we have a problem with the product. Now, I am not one of those people.
Let me say this. Kenny put this shit on like 2 minute, 2.5 off rip when he uploaded it. This is not me speeding through it.
Oh, I was about to say, yo, that's crazy.
I say, who disrespecting my man Kenny speeding up his clip like
look,
that?
Look, when I played it on my phone, this is exactly why that was. Oh, settings. Hold on. So this is Kenny speeding up the clip. That's not us.
Love the way the NBA is. But again, I'm speaking for the fan that is not the diehard that gets paid to watch these games. We also have a problem with the way the game is played. A few years back, I used to be a diehard Apex Legend player. My days consisted of watching basketball from 6 to midnight, right? Recording videos from midnight to 2. Then when I wake up at 10 a.m. the next morning, I was on Apex until the game started again. I was a grinder. One of the worst things about that was there was a meta. And if you're an Apex Legend fan, there's always a meta. But specifically during that era when I was grinding, the meta was Bangalore, Seer, and Valkyrie. Kenny, what are you getting on here? Why are we talking about Apex Legends? Because in order for me to climb up the ranks in ranked, I needed to play the meta. My 3 couldn't compete unless we had a Seer. We couldn't compete unless we had a Valk that can get us out of sticky situations. We couldn't compete if we didn't have the smokes of Bangalore. Anytime you shifted away from the meta, for me, that's not like, again, one of the top players in the world, we lost games. The NBA also has a meta problem, where if you're not one of the teams that is jacking up 43 pointers a game, it is almost impossible for you to win. There's a meta problem, and there's no way around it. You could have 2 top 10-ish players in basketball, but if you are not running the meta, things won't look amazing.
Now I gotta take my little victory lap for just 2 seconds. We are finally past the I'm not gonna lie, it's streaming sites. We're past that now. Right?
Shit.
We can now have real that time period pissed me off so fucking bad 3-4 years ago. I'm not
They still gonna bring it up, to be fair.
Don't do that.
It's streaming sites, bro. It's streaming sites. Producer Cruz has some numbers that talk about, maybe it is the game. Maybe it is the game. Pre-2010s teams displayed a broader range in pace. For instance, in the 2008-2009 season, fastest team, Warriors at 96.7 possessions per game. Slowest team was the Detroit Pistons, 83.6 possessions per game, and pace standard deviation was around 3.2. Post 2012, the range narrowed as more teams adopted a similar fast pace. For example, 2022-2023 season, fastest team was the San Antonio Spurs, surprisingly, 104 points per game. Cavs were the slowest team at 98 points per game. Standard deviation was around 1.7. Some other stats, pre-2010s teams had a wide range in mid-range shot frequency. Mid-2000s league average, about 32% of all shots were mid-range, with some teams like the San Antonio Spurs and Detroit Pistons using the mid-range heavily. Standard deviation in mid-range shot percentage, approximately 5 to 7% of total shot attempts. Post-2012, let's looking at the 2013 season. Only about 12 to 15 of all shots were mid-range. About 2 to 3% of total attempts. There's multiple ways to take this. Damo, from a guy who has put the ball in the basket before in his life, do you think that Shaq and Kenny have some validity to their takes about the game being the same and that being the problem?
They have validity in saying that the game is the same. They're wrong when they say that is the problem. Let me not say that. It's obviously a problem if people aren't tuning in and watching. It has to be a problem. The style of play has to be a turnoff for some people. I won't not acknowledge that. I personally don't believe that it's a problem because the NBA has always had a meta problem throughout history. I'm just thinking about since the 2000s and the time I've watched basketball. I've sat here in the last 60 seconds while you were speaking because I knew I was coming up. The teams that have made the finals and won the finals since 2000, just off the top of my head, start ringing them off. And it was a consistent thing with the teams that did win for the most part. There was a simple formula people ran. One or two premier guys, genuine role players around them. One very, very, very prolific perimeter player or a guy that's going to score from the mid-range and the post, because that's considered the perimeter then, being able to stretch the perimeter, to mid-range. A guy like that in a prolific defensive system. Or not even that, just relying on those guys. The abnormalities would be the Pistons. They won without following that system. The abnormalities would be the Magic who made the finals, didn't win, but went against the system. The Nets who made the finals, went against the system. But for the most part, there was a meta with teams that did win. And then we have the big three with the Celtics, which didn't lead to the big three with the Heat, which didn't lead to super teams. Like there has always been a meta. The NBA is always going to follow a meta. I think analytics as a whole is a problem. I don't think it's just the chucking up threes. I mean, hey, everybody chucking up threes. Is what it is. I think it's beatable because you're not going to hit every night. In my opinion, I don't believe you'll hit. I can't sit back and just say, oh man, something has to be done. But I don't think it's 3-point shooting. I don't think, hey man, Shaq hand on the post is just, that's not working today. I don't think that's going to make people just tune back into basketball. There's not about to be a lot of classic pick and rolls or Princeton sets or whatever people want to see in terms of the style of the game for teams. That's going to make people just pick the game back up and just watch it again. That's not going to be the fix.
B-Solz is a proponent, and I want to hear from his perspective before I get Sage's. B-Solz is a proponent of injuries being the problem, if I'm not mistaken. From friends of the show, playback.tv, watch playback, friend of the show, says KD out for 1 to 2 weeks, Zion out indefinitely, Kawhi out indefinitely, Ja Morant out for 1 to 2 weeks, Paolo out 4 to 6 weeks, Tyrese Maxey out 2 to 3 weeks, Scotty Barnes out 2 to 3 weeks. I think somebody else got announced today that they were out. Chet out for a period of time. Does the NBA? Yeah, how many weeks?
8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's bad.
Does the NBA have an injury problem? How do they fix it? I know that's an angle that people have been attacking it from. B-Solz, do you think that there's validity in that?
I think the NBA does have an injury problem. It's just a matter of like what can they actually do to fix it or like even control it to any degree. Like, I just think with the things that they can control, like the pace of the game, like they can control it. But long story short, essentially what I'm trying to get at is like the NBA does have an injury problem, but in terms of all the problems that the NBA has, I can't just pinpoint it to one different thing. Like in my quote retweet of that tweet, like I mentioned that the NBA has a bunch of different problems. It just depends on you as to like how you would weigh each and every single problem. But I think they have an injury problem. They have a marketing problem, a ratings problem, a way the game is played problem. You know, the face of the league, which kind of like a lot of these things coincide with each other. But yeah, no, I think the NBA has a lot of little problems right now that's starting to add up.
So I see people in the chat saying there are a lot of leagues that have had injury problems. Apparently the NFL over the past couple years has had an injury problem. Baseball has had an injury problem for a little while. Sage, I want to pose to you though another potential thing. B. Solz has talked about injuries. Damo has talked about play on the field. Brian Windhorst brings us in because we know how the media can affect these things. Brian Windhorst says the NBA media is not in a good place. NBA media right now, we're not in a great place because I think we're devaluing things that help build the league up. Blah. Like one of the things is storytelling. Everything is too short right now. People are too focused on tweets, too focused on guys getting crossed over, guys getting dunked on, guys getting embarrassed, social media posts, not as much on the storytelling. Learning about players and learning their backgrounds, what I call chronicling the season. You got these three things right here, Sage. Out of these three things, what do you think is the biggest problem with the NBA right now?
Well, if I must choose between the three, it's close between stories and 3-point shooting. I hear injuries, but I raise you the NFL, and I'll talk about that when I get to what I believe the issue is. But I guess by a hair, I'll go with 3-point shooting because that's more so the underlying issue that everyone's kind of hooping the same. And I know we're on Keep It a Buck. I know we're the basketball. Yeah, we're basketball pod. I don't know. Anyway, I know that we're supposed to be the basketball YouTubers per se, but if you're not a actually nerd and you like just decompress and try to accept what's being said right now, you'll realize I'm not saying that the Golden State Warriors and the Milwaukee Bucks play the exact same kind of basketball. But what I am saying is, yes, the NBA has always been a copycat league, but it's gotten pretty extreme. Like it's gotten very extreme to the point where it kind of doesn't even fit a lot of players to play like the way they are. I just randomly was searching the top scorers in the league and then sorting their 3-point attempts just to kind of like see the names. And you would think this list would be dominated by, I don't know, Steph Curry. And then after that, I don't fucking know, Klay Thompson, shit like that. Well, Klay in 2024, so I take that back. The Melo shooting, I believe 13, unless I don't know how to fucking read. Ant shooting 12, Tatum shooting 11.5, Maxey shooting 11, Luka shooting 10, Trey 9, Dame 9, Peyton Pritchard 9. Okay, I must be on some other shit. Jalen Green 9, Kobe White 10. I mean, like 9. Like the amount of players even shooting above 8 threes is already like, oh wow. But let alone just the amount of teams that are just firing off bad 3-point shooters are shooting threes, all these other things, just because it's that much of a strategical advantage. I'm not saying that there haven't been cases where a bad shooter has tried to stress the floor in the past, or a bad defender has been trying to lift their shorts up and defend in the past, but I think we would all be dishonest trying to be actually fans if we couldn't admit that this is clearly an extreme, or at least a more eye-popping version of the copycat league. So it's very repetitive, but I do think that the superstardom thing is very close since nobody talked about it. Hey, Damo will cook me for this till the end of time. Chat gang, there's reasons why Patrick Mahomes exists. There's reasons why Shohei Ohtani exists. There's a reason why in the WWE Roman Reigns acknowledge him exists. You need a guy. And the basketball community is so non-team fandom and it's so heavy player fandom that maybe that's the reason they don't have a guy. Most importantly, they just haven't marketed someone that's like a clear-cut guy. Maybe it's because it lacks domination. I don't know.
And that's your thing that you believe is the issue. Damn,
I don't think that's the issue. I think all of these things play a part. If I had to pick my issue just so I could let Damo go, I think it's low-key player fandom. I think it's low key. The hidden evil of it all is the people that said, hey, I'm not a fan of the Heat anymore. I'm a fan of LeBron. I'm not a fan of blank anymore. I'm a fan of this, because now it's kind of taken away the we rep this squad identity. It's taken away it's taken away like the aura, I guess, of going to certain arenas. Now it's about seeing X player, Y player, or whatever. And it isn't the same. It's just, I can't put it into words, but it's truly not the same.
The point on the NFL has Pat, MLB has Shohei is so nasty to compare in the NBA, because those guys put in, I don't want to say put in a crazy amount of work, because there's basketball players that put in a crazy amount of work, but they have done something to be that guy. Sitting around waiting for an NBA, a guy to do something we've never seen before so he can be that guy, to me is pointless. And there's way more guys in basketball than there is in baseball, in football. I'm just comparing it to American sports, because once you get over to soccer, that's when it gets nuts. So I'm just keep with American sports that's real big over here. We don't say baseball and football. Basketball players are the most recognizable in terms of professional sports. They have some of the, at least for maybe just because it's our timeline, but in terms of standum and stands and people who are super parasocial with athletes, I feel like it's more prevalent with basketball players, because I promise you, I don't see and man, that was going to be a bad example. I don't see the Muse pages for just the Peyton Pritchard's of football for real. And maybe that's just because it's not on my timeline. In comparison, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think that's valid, because it's not that you're necessarily wrong. Mike Williams, Muse, GP Muse, those things exist. I was just naming the Steeler ones. Those things exist, but that's my thing. We're talking about the star players. Like, yeah, and it's not even necessarily about proving things. I think that's incorrect as well. Case in point, the NFL was quick to give you Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Quick as shit. It was an immediate trigger. Hell, in the same division, you talk about a player that hasn't done shit. And let's talk about the guy that you don't like. Lamar Jackson is box office instantaneous. Like the second he was on the screen, it was like go. In the NBA, whether it's fandom, whether it's the media, whether it's just the way the product is presented, you know how long it took for people to be like, oh yeah, Jokic is a dog, oh yeah, Luka is a dog, like all these other things. But like in fucking football, the shit was like instantaneously. It didn't take that long for Jettis to be like one of them ones. It didn't take long. And those stars have propelled the league, as well as also having a team identity to be like that second tier. So at first tier, you got to have your stars, but then immediately it's team identity. Niggas ain't just saying I'm Aiden Hutchinson fans. People just love the fucking Lions, but you don't really have too many teams like that in the NFL. Every team in the NFL, outside of, I suppose, the Lakers, because that's just living off of historics in the NBA, I suppose. But in terms of modern day basketball, yeah, every now and then you'll love Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels because of the quote one time. You'll like, I don't know, you'll be different in like Boston because everybody hates Boston. But you don't have like those teams that everybody just wants to root for anymore. You have players, but you don't really have the team. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to word it right because I'm not the best at this shit. But I'm telling you, I think we all have been there to see it's a difference between rooting for KD to finally get a ring on the Suns and rooting for the Baby Thunder. I think we've all been there. So we all know what I'm talking about. I'm just not saying it right.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's my point. In football and baseball, they would be more the fans, especially diehard fans, even casual fan, will be more willing to support a team and root for a team versus a player, because in basketball, it's a lot more parasocial. People get a lot more connected with the actual players. I'm not saying the league does that. I'm just saying that is a trend when it comes to the fans. In basketball, it is way too easy to just say, I am a Kobe fan, I'm a LeBron fan, I'm a Jordan fan, I'm this, that, and third. Even when it came to football, all-time great players, people still would sit there and say, oh, even though I am a fan of this team because of Calvin Johnson, I'm still a Detroit fan to this day. It's a difference in the fandom. So that's why I said, when you bring up the Shoheis and Pat Mahomes of the world, I think that is unfair when it comes to basketball, because those guys, it took a minute for them to become that. They weren't just made that from day one. Niggas did not know Shohei was going to be who Shohei was at the beginning. With Pat Mahomes, that was an earned thing. That was something we've never seen before. A guy that's rivaling Tom Brady in terms of his ability to win championships. No one thought someone would be able to actually compete and win as much as Tom, and he looks like he's on that path. So they have a right to be ushered into that. When it comes to basketball, all we can do is sit here, unless we're going to sit here and rehash LeBron and Steph and KD for the umpteenth time. It's going to be, all right, is Paolo that guy, guys? Oh, nah, he's not ready. He's not ready. Is it time for Anthony Edwards? Oh, nah, he lost in the second round. Nah,
I like that you pointed this out,
though. Is it Jason Tatum? Oh, nah, he's light-skinned. Like, that's an issue in itself. Like, that's the difference.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Obviously, I like don't agree with the fact that it like shouldn't count or whatever, but I do agree with, I think we're on the same page here in terms of like whether like what I'm saying, and it's just a matter of if you think it's right or wrong. But I will say this, the reason why I do think that it is the issue is because even if, let's say, your overall point that it's unfair is true, you know what this like journey of team fandom versus player fandom does take you? It takes you to, as some people in chat have identified, and I wrote down on my notes, lack of rivalries. Again, there's some that you hate me when I say it, but I think at this point it's getting fairly obvious the more time goes on. There's a difference between the Chiefs and the Bengals. There's a difference between the Steelers, the Ravens, the Commanders, and the Cowboys. Granted, they ain't gonna hit this year because the Cowboys suck. But there's a difference between NFL rivalries and like, okay, I guess the Suns and the T-Wolves don't like each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the only team that even remotely gets people upset is Boston, and that's just one team. And people don't even like how Boston is. They think this the or-less team that's just good at basketball.
I do want to ask everyone: do y'all think there's more player movement in other sports compared to the NBA? Or just about the same?
There's more players, so that's unfair. I would say of all the things that's unfair for Damo here, I think we'll agree here. A player movement probably low-key is the same, but that's unfair because in football, there's like 22 people on the field.
Your main thing should be like star player movement.
Oh, star players?
Yeah. Ultimately, what I'm saying though is
what the star, but it's close.
Ultimately, what I'm saying is like, it's hard to build these team rivalries and stick with a team when player movement is so rampant that you can't follow the Celtics. Well, Celtics might be different, but you can't follow, I don't know, the Magic because their team 3 years ago was so completely different compared to now. Hell, same thing with like the Warriors, the Lakers. Like it's just hard to build these storylines when everyone is moving. So like to Damo and Sage's point, I think fans are forced to like, yo, yeah, we got to follow players because that's the only thing consistent. Like, the team is not. They may get traded. They may leave in a year or two, but we will follow the player wherever they go. But go ahead.
I think my main thing in this conversation is, like, I'm glad we're finally talking about it. For real. I was joking at the beginning, but there's some seriousness in it. Because I can just remember 3 years ago when I was saying this, and me and my corner of the internet can now come out of hiding. The NBA has a problem. It's been here for some time now. People just take one or two moments and say that it doesn't have a problem. Look at this one moment. Look at this. But the problem has been bubbling for a long time now, and it's been more than 3 years. But now we are just sitting in it, and we can kind of get some vindication. You can say the streaming numbers. You can say all that bullshit, but everybody else is doing numbers and passing and having these historical seasons. And the NBA is stagnant / on a decline. I think ultimately all of these things play a part into it. Maybe the style of play is producing more injuries, and that could be universal for all sports. But maybe the style of play is producing more injuries. I saw a graphic earlier that was like The amount of miles they're running now is more than ever. It's not necessarily because of pace, because there was a time where pace was higher. This is not like the highest pace that we've seen before. It's the amount of space that people have. So that many miles, that much spacing, this style of play might have the people making the injuries. How much these athletes care to stay in one market or brand one team or whatever. Why does that matter if they're getting half their contracts, and this is football, half their contracts in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to $100,000. They're making money doing all these other things. What does any of that even matter? If this is gonna get the clicks and the likes, why would I do a detailed story thing? All these things play into it. I'm glad we're talking about it. The real when are we gonna get the fix in? Because we can talk all we want. I think we should be proactive and be beforehand. When can the fix come in? When do we start talking about we can't control how the teams play. I'm ready for a team to scrap the meta and find out a different way. I think people have been disappointed with Wemby's season this season because they thought he was going to do more of the the old school stuff, get some of the more easy buckets, but it's not necessarily translating like that. There's going to be a team, though, as Dama would say, that's going to break off from the meta and do something different. What can we do from the other end of the spectrum to start being on the path of change?
I think the NBA got to get lucky. I know I've yapped a lot, so I'll keep it short, especially because Solz said he disagrees. I think the NBA just got to get lucky at this point. I don't think it's going to happen. Solz, I'll let you carry as to why. I think they just need a player to dominate. They need somebody. The NBA needs somebody who we can all admit, oh yeah, this nigga ain't gonna lose a couple times.
But what is that? What does that even look like though? Because there's arguments of Jokic being the greatest offensive player of all time, like the stuff he's doing because of how the surrounding people have failed. He's dominating, and it's not changing anything. The MVP race last year was ultra crazy numbers wise. And that didn't change anything last year. So what does dominating even look like?
So that's what I'm saying. I think at this point in time, the NBA had a certain set of rules, and kind of like with any video game, which is kind of like what Kenny was mentioning, the video game has been figured out. I'm sorry, like mathematically speaking, it just makes sense to prioritize chucking up threes and getting high percentage layups and getting to the line. The mid range is dead, post ups is dead, all these different things. So to me, if there is real change that's actually going to affect all these different things, maybe even affect statistical inflation, it is going to have to be a rule change that is radical, that a lot of people will be uncomfortable with, that a lot of people will be like, the NBA is doing too much. We're doing just fine. It is going to take one of those things. That's my stance. That there is no team that's going to change the meta. There is no... The game is figured out, so the game literally has to change.
No funny shit. Before anybody else goes, I hadn't looked at it. I've truly not been keeping up with basketball, and I only see what people say, and I know they've been saying he's going crazy. Jokic is averaging fucking 30, 14, and 12. But that's what I'm saying. It's like how much better can you really be?
It's sad. I'm gonna say something that sounds like some hating shit and point the knives at me, Chad. It's sad because in this generation, them numbers is one ear out the other for a lot of people nowadays. It's like that shit just is getting normal. It's getting we have as a community started to normalize greatness. Because we'll look at this season. If he loses in the second round, he was dog shit. So it's tough. It's very tough.
I just disagree with a lot of shit niggas are saying up here.
Go ahead. Disagree.
In terms of
get it off. Hold on. Get it off is crazy though, B. So
that's insane word.
Telling another nigga to get it off. Semen alert.
Pause was needed.
No. One, I feel like Sage picked the wrong bigger problem to even initiate this conversation, because the media and the storytelling to me is why we are at this point. The fact that Jokic is averaging 34, 14, and 12, but if I go and look at the mainstream media, if I go and turn on the mainstream sports talk networks, all we're talking about is the fact that Bronny got his first 2 points in the G League. All we're going to be talking about is Giannis ready to get traded? what's going on with Darvin. Like, all we're gonna talk about are the cash grabby shit. And then when you look on the YouTube side of things, it's not even at a point no more where niggas is doing this for the love of the game. Niggas is doing this as a career. So this pseudo what we're seeing on TV. So all people are going to talk about are the cash grabby things. No one is going to sit down and have a genuine conversation about how great Jokic is playing. No one's going to sit down and talk about how great X, Y, and Z of the real things going on in the game is. So I do believe the media is a way bigger issue than the TV ratings and the numbers. I would ask y'all, and I tried to find the TV ratings in terms of TV deals for the NBA. I couldn't find them. Cruz, if you could find that in terms of just the TV deals the NBA signed, because I don't want to just be yapping the yap. But I would ask y'all, what would y'all want in terms of, let's keep it a buck, what would y'all prefer? Would y'all prefer us to be, and I'm going to just use arbitrary numbers, but 2 million views a month, but the channel's bringing in 5K? Or would y'all rather the channel bring in 800,000 views a month, but the channel's bringing in 12 to 13K in terms of revenue? What would y'all rather? The money or the views?
Depends what I'm talking about. Basketball. Say nah. Most time, if I'm passionate about the subject, though, I get what you're getting at, because I agree when we talk about NBA YouTube. If I were to come in here as a passionate NBA YouTuber, a hot take, I actually would want views. I actually would want a community that I could debate with more and more.
I'd rather have the views. I ain't gonna lie. Now, there's a lot of context and like what those views are, depending like on those numbers, but I'd rather get the views because the money comes along with the views. Yeah,
I'm about to say that's also like a trap card, because you already know niggas gonna be like, boy,
so
12K, you ain't never.
So solz, you would say views. Omar, you said money, views, money.
No, that's fair. The views.
But at first you said money, but now you're saying
I said the money.
I'm taking the views / community. I get your point. Niggas ain't doing it for the love of the game. Sure.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not even talking about the YouTube side of things. I'm talking about for the NBA. When it comes around for the NBA and they gotta re-sign these TV contracts, if niggas is throwing them more and more money, are they about to view? Oh, hey, their viewership down 40%. Is that an L for them? Or do they feel like they're taking an L if they're making more money on TV deals? If these TV syndicated stations, and I'm pretty sure I said that all wrong, that's not how it's supposed to be. But if these places and spaces are paying more money to get NBA games, even if the numbers will say, 20% less of people are watching. Oh, the numbers are down across the board for the NBA in terms of viewership compared to other sports. Are we going to say, the NBA is down? If they're making more money, that's all on the TV deal numbers. But I just, what we would view as something being down or something taking an L might not be an L in the grand scheme of things to the motherfuckers making them decisions. For us, if the channel's making more money, motherfuckers might not care about the views looking how they look if we know more money coming in, but also vice versa. The views would help growth from the eyes perspective and everything like that. I can see that. Now, comparing a YouTube channel to the NBA is kind of crazy, but, apples and oranges.
Omar might disagree with this, but I feel like a lot of people are just saying, like, yo, this is just a start. Like, we're seeing where this is headed in. Can we try to stop this and because it's heading down a path that isn't looking good. Like, what are the things that we can do to stop this? Because, right, the deals are good now, but on the re-up and the numbers are down, are the deals going to be as good on the re-up? That's a question. I think they might just let themselves out, in a different way. So, even as a channel, I mean, we're a brand. If the views go down and the re-up is less, we'll try to just make a new offer where, we can make more money. So it went from 2 integrations a week to 10 integrations a week. It went from, we'll just do an ad read. Now we've got a poster in the back. Now we're wearing the shirts all the time. Now we're doing Instagram posts and stuff like that. They will find ways to just slut themselves out more and make money or whatever the case may be. I think this is why other leagues that come after do move slower. And I know people this whole summer, that's another part of my victory lap. This whole summer in the past couple of years, the WNBA's got a blueprint. Why not just follow the NBA? Gang, the NBA is a lot of people saying that the NBA is not good, and we can look at there's so much to support it. Why would you get on this track that leads you down this ultimately disastrous path? And it's interesting. It's hard to say disastrous when they report these gaudy numbers, but there's still clearly a problem. Oh my God, perfect example is 2K. Literally every single year, the numbers are up, the sales are up, the money's up. But as a community, we know for a fact that shit has gone downhill every single fucking year. The product is ass, and it is not heading down a good path. So,
man, let's talk about it. Basketball is just the NBA. I won't say basketball. The NBA just for some reason just feels less cool. I remember basketball used to be like the cool subject to talk about. It just feels less cool now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. It's just missing the level of mystique. It's not easy to consume anymore. It's like too complex for its own good. I understand we just previously mentioned that every team is starting to copy each other with the 3-point shooting and things like that. But I would just argue it's a more complex league overall rather than it should be simple because everybody's doing the same thing. I think the league's just gotten a little too complex.
Sage, the moment when we start going into conversations about basketball and niggas whipped out protractors to tell me who better. Hey, man, I'm not surprised this shit is not looking cool no more. Just saying. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I seen it happen. The moment Eli said, yeah, I just bought them stats so I can make my own stat, I was like, damn, this is the game I love.
Like I said that, and they weren't even niggas saying facts of cap. Niggas said I'm old. Like yo, that's what I'm saying. Like the shit not cool no more. Like what the fuck kind of whack ass response is that? I don't know.
I'm not here to solve it. I know we're not here to solve it. I'm just glad that we have come to a point where we're not just, sometimes you gotta go through some of the bad or whatever first, but I'm glad we're at the point where we can acknowledge that something is wrong and we're not just, I guess, just okay with it. We're putting the Band-Aid on it. Wait till X player comes into the league. Wait till X player comes into the league. Seems like we've been doing that for the past so many years now. X player gets into the league. It just doesn't happen. Wait till X player takes a jump. It doesn't happen. Wait till streaming is the problem. Wait till this, that, and the third happen. And it just, none of these things have to be resolutions, or none of these things are resolutions. Yeah. And people are saying to themselves, you know what? We should probably actually take a look at shit.
They was killing me in my replies on that tweet, bro. Because they were like, I mean, solz, what is your solution? Oh my, can we just acknowledge that there's a problem first, potentially, before we get to the solutions? Because I was talking about the 3-point line, and they were like, what can you even do to address it? And I brought up some solutions I don't even agree with. Like getting rid of the corner 3, pushing it back, changing the scoring from 2s and 3s to 4s and 5s and all this different shit. solz, these are ass solutions. Oh my God, you ask for just solutions. Are they the right solution? Maybe, maybe not. That's a whole different discussion. But can we just acknowledge that there's a problem? Can we just do that?
I love like the low key go. I didn't bring this up. I'm assuming that was Omar. I love this because I'm gonna let Omar tackle it because he brought it up. But I just know for a fact, at least on this channel, this is a goalpost move. Because y'all was clinging on to the ratings thing. The last time we had this conversation, y'all was clinging on the ratings. And it's public knowledge that the NFL, despite the streaming shit, I'm sorry, not the ratings thing, the streaming thing. It's public knowledge that despite all the streaming, the other sites, because everybody knows streaming, they don't know the other drip, that gang, NFL's doing record time. Like NFL's low-key cooking, baseball's low-key cooking, all these other sports are cooking, and they get streams too. So it's just funny that now it went from that to, man, it got to be just us four on the stage. I like that, but go ahead.
But also what he's saying just isn't true.
I knew you were going to do this shit.
Yeah, he said says PC and other hoop channels are doing fine. Y'all just seem burnt out on the NBA. Two things can be true. We can be burnt out, but also be looking at the state of the league. And to be honest with you, what you're saying is just not true. There's a lot of channels, and I won't even tackle them, in regards to calling out names and stuff like that, whether I'm cool with them or not cool with them or whatever the case may be. But a lot of popular channels aren't doing good, especially if they're not talking about the one topic that they need to talk about.
Man, oh man, Omar, I was just about to say, for the person that keep bringing up PC, and it's all love for them guys over there. I promise you, it's no hate. Gang, if I go over there and look at what they're titling their lives, it's a reason why they maintain the numbers that they do. They have to make it something to get you over there to watch. I've been a nigga on the platform. We would title it fucking LeBron and Lakers for a week. And then if we don't talk about LeBron and the Lakers, there's 30,000 niggas in the chat. Are y'all not going to address the topic? Are y'all not going to talk about the title? What about the title? What about the title? So I don't want to hear that. Oh, well, it's good on PC, bro. Like, nah, they have to title it whatever is the grabby shit to title it that day. And then if they go on stream and don't talk about that title, it's a problem. And that's my issue. Y'all are saying, oh, y'all just seem burnt out over here. I've been burned out from the fact that we have to title this bitch about the Lakers or LeBron for it to be grabby. Yeah, I've been burned out on that. I'm not burned out on talking basketball, because if we can get up here and talk about how good the rookie class looks, and especially for the conversations that was had, I would love it. But y'all don't want to do that, because we were on playback watching basketball games, and I was a nigga pulling up the Trailblazers versus the Jazz. Let's try to watch good hoops. Nah, I'm not trying to watch Scoot. Nah, I'm not trying to watch. I'm over there trying to get niggas to watch the Rockets and the Pistons last year. Nah, man, we're the Celtics. Man, we're Curry. So no, I don't want to hear we're burnt out, because I personally tried to do shit differently, and I seen how you niggas reacted. Y'all cab.
Yeah.
Also, just being fine that's not the conversation, because even if you look at the ratings on the NBA side of things, like, yeah, they're still pulling 500,000 live viewers or whatever it is. Everyone would love to have 500,000 live viewers. But the conversation is, how much has the game grown over the last decade or so? Where is it headed? We're not just looking at, but they make $1 million a year. All right, if they was making fucking $10 million in 5 years prior, and then on year 6 you make $1 million, there's a fucking problem in the house. What the fuck happened to the 9 mil?
They're gonna make more because it's inflation anyway. But outside of that, literally, thank you so much, because like, if the NBA were to sit here and be like, if we go live, we pull more than Kyle, you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, the NBA's perfect spot. No, gang, it's obvious shit. But I'm two singles right now. It's cool.
Y'all cooked. I'm gonna play this last video that's part of this. Cruz wanted to lump this in. Apparently, it's football related, but it might be connected. That was cooked. Y'all cooked.
Listen, I'm making this video not to make a point. I just have a legitimate question, and I want to know if you have any thoughts, ideas, answers, counter arguments, whatever, some pushback. I'm 37 years old. I've watched football my entire life, NFL and college, but let's focus on the NFL for a second. I don't ever remember the games being this bad. The 4 p.m. slate right now, every game is an ass whooping. You've got some nice performances. The Cardinals look great. Justin Herbert's playing great. None of these games are competitive. To start your day off, you had the Giants and Commanders. I mean, Daniel Jones is pathetic. And then 1 o'clock, like, what game was worth watching? Steelers, Commanders? That's it? Bucks, Niners got good? This is bad. I mean, the NFL is bad. On Sundays, I used to dread when my wife wanted to do anything. I used to dread it when she wanted to go shopping, go to a friend, whatever. If I had to go and I couldn't be in front of the TV, glued to it, watching football, I would be miserable. Or let's go early so I can be home in time for kickoff. Now, I don't give a fuck. What am I going to miss? What the fuck am I going to miss if I'm not home in time for 1 p.m.? Fucking Caleb Williams going 13 of 20, whatever the fuck, for 120 yards, and the Bears getting 3 points at home? What am I going to miss? This is terrible. And I mean, what do you point the finger at? Is it the coaching? Is it the fucking coordinating? The quarterbacks? I mean, what is it? It's got to be something, right? Are the practices too soft? The lack of preseason? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, man. This product sucks. Just my opinion. Am I wrong? Tell me.
Damn.
That's cold. I can't. He had some with the 4 o'clock games for a football fan. The 1 o'clock games were bad. Oh man. All right, go ahead. Introduce topic.
No, there wasn't. He came with a side tangent. We don't got to address that one.
Yeah. I'm about to say.
I just wanted to bring up the last one of the ones, and I appreciate you for commenting. He says, just gets old. Y'all keep complaining about the NBA. I can agree, but I think, and she's gonna hate this episode, I can agree that it does get old always talking about the bad. I don't know what you were talking about with the WNBA episode that we did last year, but I can agree complaining does get bad. But there has to be this movement of people, at least from our side of the aisle or different sides of the aisle, agreeing that there is something here that does need to be addressed. I know it sounds continuous. There's some things that, of course, that we like because we are still basketball fans. We'll watch it casually, but it still has to be talked about. And maybe it's nostalgia, which leads us to the second portion of the pod here. Our guy, Sage's guy, especially Mark Phillips, came on the platform. I think it's a stream, and he talked about, nostalgia killing the video games. Or it's not nostalgia. The video games are actually bad. These things are actually bad.
Nostalgia.
It's not nostalgia. People are doing too much when they just brush it off and say, "Oh no, Mark, you're tripping." He's not. That's what he's saying, at least. Let me play the clip here.
Yeah, let's see what's up.
Yo, that game is dog shit.
Wow, appreciate the 10 gifted.
I'm not playing. Sparkle is not dog shit, but what it is, bro, the players are dog shit. I hate it with my whole heart. I can't sit here and be fucking playing that whole consistently. I told you I can't play that whole for 15 minutes before one to really truly box a nigga outside in the street, bare knuckle until somebody go to sleep. That's what happens when I want to play Sparkle Zero for more than 15 minutes.
Bare knuckle.
I want to box niggas in the street outside, bare knuckle till one nigga goes to sleep.
What was the reason? What's the reason?
Yeah.
Play the game, nigga.
You will know within 10 minutes.
No, you gotta tell them. There's no
people who don't know.
There's dead ass no reward for being good in that game on ranked match, because every time that you about to win, a nigga will fucking turn their game off and they get no they get no fucking penalties for it, bro.
They got no penalties. And number one, look, I haven't even been losing like dead ass. It's just annoying. Like some niggas.
That cup gives me anxiety. I feel like you're about to spill it any second.
You watching this nigga cup? Pause if needed.
It looked like he was about to spill.
Pause if needed.
Oh, wow.
Oh
now,
God,
this is coming off of two things. This is coming off of his chat begging Mark Phillips to play Sparking Zero. And this is also after the news that Sparking Zero apparently has lost 90%.
Yep, that's the Steam.
I'm one of them.
I'm about to say, wasn't that on Steam?
that's on Steam. Still not the best thing. There's explanations for it. Still not the best thing. You never want to hear that. So
90%. There's some metrics about player retention rate of certain video games. Top releases in 2023. They look much better than a Sparking Zero. Player retention rates after 1 month after release. Hogwarts, 55%. Diablo 4, 40%. What is this? Is this Baldur's Gate? Damn, this graphic is. Tears of Kingdom. 70%. Baldur's Gate 3, 50%. Starfield, 50%. Modern Warfare 2, 65 percentage points.
That's easy.
Now, there's some stuff that I could get into about this. Apparently there's some other video games, Chained Together, Content Warning, and Lethal Company. They've all lost 90% of their player base. We talked about Pal World and how that's dropped off. We've talked about that Warner Brothers game. Even the Warner Brothers niggas had to come back. Yeah, Multiverse, the developers had to come back and apologize and stuff like that. I want to start with Sage because he combats this a lot. Are people just growing up?
No, people aren't just growing up. People are getting toxic. So what I mean by that, and it's not even just like there has never been that toxic noob tube kid in your Call of Duty lobby. That has existed and will exist for the end of time. But even on that graph, it's the single player games that like try their damnness to not die out. Furthermore, I wouldn't necessarily be too concerned because a game like Elden Ring will spin the block, drop some DLC, and be back number one. But to stay on subject here, the rank competitive play for like Sparking Zero, which I guess was the introduction of the topic, the reason why it's like just defeating right now is because it's really and this stemmed from a game that was just play with your friends. You didn't have online back then, and if you did, you was the rich nigga. I don't even think it was possible, but if you did, you were the rich nigga. But back then, I remember at least you had 2 controllers you could plug in. You play your bro that's right next to you. Sparking Zero to this day, I think B-Souls would say, I don't know if you've been playing Omar, and Dama would certainly say, oh, the game is still him if you're playing your friends. You go to rank, ooh, ooh, because everyone does the same shit. I was gonna have the hot take of the week, but now I got to come up with one on the fly because we've already addressed this with the NBA. Now I'm about to address it here again. Competitiveness is just, it's just ruining a lot of shit. It's just ruining a lot of fun for shit. Because I guess Kenny had the point with Apex. I could make the point right now with Overwatch on basically if you're not running the horse, you a troll. Like it's so many games that have potential to be great even, but meta and I need my RP, especially in games where you can close app and not get punished for it, just tank them. You will always see a single player game do fantastic. Single player games go for game of the years, and then them online games they gotta be fuck you good or with an absurdly perfectly schematic I think it's MMR rank system, whatever the case may be, so you don't have to deal with this shit all the time. Because in Sparking, last thing, just to name the characters, yeah, if you play single player, you're running into Goku, MUI Goku, you're running into Gogeta, you're running into Dr. Wheelo, some other shit. That 152 characters, you're running into 8. It's crazy.
I just don't. And man, to answer Sage, the question you asked Sage, no niggas aren't growing up, and that's very obvious because niggas aren't realizing simple shit. One, I don't know what game out there where the ranked mode is supposed to be the mode everyone is going to have fun. Don't know when that became the thing. Everyone stopped playing the game because ranked mode is hard and ranked mode is cheesy. And I ain't heard one nigga talk about the world tournament. I ain't heard one nigga talk about just player matches in rooms. Do y'all know what I do when I get on that game before I even touch rank? Yes, I do play rank because I'm trying to get my rank up there. I want to actually get better. But do you know what I do so I don't just run into UI Gokus or the most nastiest DP teams ever? Pause if needed. I go online.
That shit was crazy.
Okay, whatever. I go to online.
The craziest DP combos.
That was crazy. The craziest DP.
Go ahead. He's trying to get the clip off, man. Go ahead. This is a clip.
No, that was crazy.
No.
He said the nastiest.
Go, bro.
The nastiest DP.
Omar dragging it, Dama. Omar dragging it.
Oh my god.
He dragging it.
Anywho. Man, I lost it. See,
nah, I'm with your point that instead of
dealing with
alert, Jesus Christ,
they have the nastiest DP teams ever. Pause if needed. Yeah, I said it again. I said it twice. I double back.
He can't do it. No,
anyway,
but you work.
They run the nastiest teams ever. I go to player match. I go to create a room, and I just play unranked. And do you know what happens? 9 times out of 10, and I go to team battles. So now I can just do whatever the fuck I want. Hey, I got 5, you got 5. No limits. We just gonna use whoever we gonna use. You know what that does? Makes the game. I give up. I'm done. I can't get a word. All right, y'all got it.
I got my 5. You got yours.
I swear to God, I didn't say nothing. I stopped laughing at it. I backed up. I was listening too. The only thing that got me, this nigga, Seaman Alette. You know, come on. Children. Oh. No, that's childish. Tomo, keep going, bro. Keep going. Pause, but keep going.
Man, nah. So his overarching point was correct, though. The single player. The single player experience is always going to be fun because you don't have to deal with piece of shit fucks. Call of Duty is the outlier, but Call of Duty's whole nature is piece of shit fuck gameplay. So maybe that, I guess, is Mickey to you, but Call of Duty was even the outlier on that graph. I don't know how the game that everybody said should stay unbalanced because the characters, it wasn't balanced back in the day. Yap. But then you go to rank, you're shocked that you see these unbalanced OP ass characters getting picked left and right, and you say the game's bad for it. No, nigga, you want like if you want to turn your brain off, play player match. So yeah,
I do wonder though if there's just a difference with like how people play video games now compared to like decades past. Because I feel like now when a game releases, it's just essentially the game of the month. Like literally, that's what that graph is showing. It's the game of the month. Move on to the next month. You know, people have their 1 or 2 games that they play consistently throughout the year. But outside of that, when another single player game releases, it's the game of the month. I feel like when I was growing up, that wasn't the case. You bought your 3-4 games, and you just stuck with them like the whole fucking time.
I about to say, kind of for the year. I don't remember having a shit ton of video games growing up, like just titles to play. Yeah. One point that Cruz did bring up though is that there might be some credence to the fact that content creation has ruined gaming in this aspect.
Getting warmer.
And I will say that I think content creation for a lot of people has ruined a bunch of experiences in life because it makes you safer. It just makes you safer. It makes you not want to experience things because I can live vicariously through so and so. Before 2K drops, I can already have the meta build day one because they've already shown it to me. Somebody looks up. I saw a bunch of TikToks. My cousin has sent them to me today, and they were like, "Don't go to Ghana. Don't go to Ghana because this is what's wrong with Ghana. This was wrong with Ghana. This was wrong with Ghana." Now, there's gonna be people that are still like, "Ah, he's stupid," for sure. But there's also going to be a good amount of people that are like, "Woo, I'm glad I backed out of that." Now, let me look up negative reviews on Amsterdam and not go there. And so I think that there was just like I'm going to play the game. I think a lot of these games will have a lot more leg because it would take for me to figure it out as opposed to me having the ability to see other people figure it out and then me not, or talking myself out of it because I've already seen what that can do and not made it work or put my 2 cents into it. I even though I did see it back in the day, I always bring the video game shit back to Modern Warfare 2. I saw what people were doing, but it wasn't really like the biggest thing in the world. I experimented. I really saw other people doing shit from stealing a class after I died so many times. You remember when you could steal somebody's class after you died a lot?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing.
I just don't know what games niggas was playing growing up. I don't know what niggas think gaming is. One, I do agree, content creation is definitely killing casual gaming, especially with the barrier for entry for what it takes to be a content creator. Because the amount of people with damn TTV in their name, the amount of TikTok niggas that is just propping their phone up at their TV and on TikTok Live, whooping ass on the daily is crazy on that game. So the barrier for entry for being a content creator or a streamer for a lot of these games is just so much lower. So many more people are playing meta and sweaty as hell. When it comes to Sparky Zero in the conversation about the 90% drop off after a month, I would look at any game, especially a fighting game. How much content is being put in the fighting game in the first month to where I'm seeing people, it's just not rewarding. It's not, you don't get enough stuff for just winning games, and you don't get enough for winning. I thought about when I first got into Mortal Kombat, when Mortal Kombat 11 first dropped, that was the last fighting game I was really like into, where I was playing like a lot of hours, played ranked, tried to play a little competitive. The first month into that, unless you pre-ordered something, you didn't get nothing. All you did was progress in the rankings, and that's it. You unlock the same shit in terms of cosmetics and maybe a different couple type of fighters, but mainly cosmetics. It's the beginning of the game. I thought it was a known thing. The first couple of months, just play the game, get used to the game. People are complaining about what you get for playing the game. I don't understand that. I genuinely don't get that at all. I don't know what's supposed to be. So I thought the rewarding part, and I can acknowledge, niggas quitting out of games, so I'm not ranking up. Big problem. I can acknowledge that being a problem. What else do you want from winning in a fighting game outside of ranking up in, again, ranked of all places?
Well, yeah, y'all have gotten warmer. Damo, pretty damn close. The issue for me is simply that the content creation, it's not the creators, it's not the people that are having fun trolling or whatever and are just unironically good. I'll name a creator just to shout him out. Like C-Reacts, like when he's just better than you at shit, that's fine, but he's still having fun with the game. However, some of you niggas just play the Pokemon theme every time you boot a game up. Like you just want to be the very best that no one ever was. So as a result, like that RP shit just consumes your body, just makes you act different. And there's proof of this in the creator sphere. I'll shout out another creator, but he's like Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. I think his name's like Young Groovy, something like that. He's a Madden player. Hear me out. The nigga literally plays like my career Madden edition on rookie, screams CTE every play, and just runs people over, stiff arms them, punches his mic or whatever, and just having a good time. You go to his comments every time. Some people get it. Most people get it. They're laughing. Every now and then, most of his comments, this is a Ricky? What the fuck? You're not good. Like, oh my, like, and that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. Because, like, literally, here's a motherfucker just going around pancaking people every play with an offensive lineman, talking about giving niggas CTE, going to Jamal Adams, like, yo, give me Jamal, I want Jamal. And then you niggas have a problem with it because he's not playing all Madden, playing some of the best Madden players in the world. Like, come on, bro. This gaming shit. This gaming shit is fun until you niggas try your damnness to not make it fun. Not everybody want to be ass catching, bro. Now, like, let niggas play the game and have fun. My God.
Yeah, but you can't. And I think that's where Mark and them get frustrated is because you can't be bad anymore. You can't run this type of class anymore. You can't do these other things because even as Kenny said, there's a meta in just about anything. If you don't have this type of mic, if you don't have this type of camera, if you don't have this type of lens, you're not going to be a good content creator. If you don't have this type of loadout, if you're not using this type of controller, if you're not using this character, then you're not going to be good at the game. I think there may be some validity to how the developers are making the games, but they might even be throwing too much shit into the games. Half-assed games could work. I think half-built games could work. The only reason why half-built games don't work is because people are so much focused on dominating in this game as opposed to having fun on the game that it's not like, a thing anymore. And like we said, the NBA, there's metas in all these games. But what happened to the dude that used to pick, all the starter Pokemon used to get picked? Why do I have to see videos on YouTube where people are picking one starter Pokemon? I also say this. I think if friends got together and played more games than we and not really gave a fuck about other people's commentary, then I think that it would work. Like I think we could all play Black Ops 6 and it would work. But
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I guess to put a bow on the subject, I want to be the person to say this. Let me be insanely clear. We are talking about an issue with gaming. I disagree if the overarching title, thumbnail, whatever is gaming is not. Hell no. Gaming ain't dying. Not even close. Gaming is arguably peaking if you want to like be one of those people, but there is definitely a fat ass elephant issue in the room. And it's certainly niggas that's just for some reason just gotta be the best at every game they play. And if they're not, they drop the game versus just being like, damn, I'm not good at this game.
I think we just need to reframe exactly like what success is for a video game. Kind of similar to album sales and like how week one sales matter. Like if you know for a fact that the gaming industry is headed in a way where motherfuckers just play games for a month and drop it, then maybe not measure a game success off of how much their whatchamacallit, like their viewership dropped in that first month. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't necessarily account for the quality of the game. That's just the way the gaming industry is. Like it shouldn't take away from like what Sparking Zero is, because people were making the same argument about Wukong, because when Wukong dropped, they were breaking all these fucking numbers, all these records, selling out all these different things. But then people brought up after the first month their user base dropped by 90%. And everyone's just making a case, bro. A lot of these single player games, they make their money on launch. It's a single player game. Motherfuckers finish the game, they drop it, and once the DLC drops, like what you said with Elden Ring, they'll just bring it back up.
Yeah, so. But and also people are bad interpreters of data, because that that is value. That is true. For a lot of the story based games, like, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. Now, if you're making a conversation about the non-story based games that are supposed to last a year until the next iteration comes out, sure, that's where a problem could lie. But if we're talking about a game that truly it's only supposed to have X amount of play value, and now people are speed running through games, that may be another conversation. The amount of speed runners and content creators that have to get it out there and pump it, that's something different. But yeah, some stuff does have a lifespan, gang. I don't know. Every game can't be GTA 4 or 5 or whatever. Every game can't be that.
Yeah. And every game isn't supposed to maintain an active player count of 1 million players or 900 something thousand players. I remember college football came out, the infamous screenshot. Yeah, it's 960,000 playing now, but when 2K drop, watch these numbers come down. And I'm like, that's the problem with the game industry right there. Niggas like that, like people with that mindset, they wake up and go on about their day operating like, if you don't like what I like, fuck what you like. You know, it went away from, well, I play the games I play, you play the games you play. Omar said it fine. When he grew up, it wasn't a lot of game titles in the household. Me personally, abundance of games. I kept the game on me. I was a gamer. I had hella games for the games for the consoles I had. Now, did I have 17 iterations of NBA Live? Yes. Live on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it was a lot of the same games. But it was a lot of games, and I would take them shits in the game, trade them in, and that's how I play new shit. But in terms of how the gaming is now, I would still agree with people. I've never at once had an abundance of games where it was just like the genres would constantly change, and I just had this many games at my display. Like, nah, growing up, 2K, Live, Madden, a fighting game, that was it. It was real simple.
But when I say an abundance of titles, like, yeah, we had the whatever the basketball game was every iteration. But what I'm saying is, like, to the point where there's a game dropping every month and we got it every month.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Now, we didn't. If you had that,
I don't know about y'all, but
yeah, we didn't have that.
Hey,
you get your game.
I got $60 for 2K. Everything else is extra credit. No cap.
Yeah, be souls. Hey, brother.
I just spent my money on games. That was my issue. But I bought the little Game Boy games for like $5. That's how I did it.
And I'm about to date.
I'm just trading shit in every week. I'm trading something in.
I'm about to date myself. We did on every Friday. We went to like Blockbuster and rented movies and games and stuff like that. Not in an abundance. I think there might have been a time where me and Marcel could get a game apiece, or we had to get one game and we all get a movie. So my mom pick a movie, and then Marcel pick a movie, I pick a movie, and then we get one game or whatever the case may be. But something along those lines. But that was how I was playing like a bunch of games, and then those were demos of the games. So it's not like I was just spending $60 every week, 2 weeks.
No, they're not.
Yeah, that's for the rich motherfuckers. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I was a Redbox, GameFly. GameFly saved careers. I was a GameFly merchant, Redbox merchant, and then I was a GameStop glass Game Boy games, and they had like it literally looked like if you went to like one of them stores that got the little clearance racks, but like not a rack, it's like a box. And in there was just a bunch of games that niggas traded back in. And it would be like $2.99, $5.99. Like I got Def Jam for $5. Going through that bitch in there. Oh, me. Oh yeah. Oh, it's not Fight for New York. It's Vendetta. Guess who was playing Vendetta? I didn't give a fuck.
Friends at school. I was trading games with friends at school. I don't know if y'all was doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I ain't have a DS or Game Boy or shit like that, so I wasn't trading no PlayStation games with nobody.
I was tapped in with the Poke Nerds. I had Platinum. He had Fire Red. I lost my Game Boy. I said, "Word, see you in a week." I saw games.
I traded the whole Game Boy Advance with somebody. My mom beat my ass.
Oh no, I had to hide it. Yeah, there was one specific week I traded my DS for a PSP. I got cooked. I just wanted to play Street 3 one more time.
And I'll say this: I had an abundance of cousins that played different games too.
Mm-hmm.
So playing different games, like I had a cousin that was exclusively Xbox. I had other cousins that was like that was like a Nintendo household because they were younger. me and my brother had PlayStation. So when I went to these different places, that's how I played a lot of games. This whole on a month you can drop down and come back up. Maybe I'm just not in the video games like
Motherfuckers
that.
got Game Pass too. God.
Yeah.
Hey, now Game Pass
all the games are free.
Game Pass do save lives. I'll admit that. I was an Xboxer. I'm not an Xboxer no more, but when I got FIFA. Oh shit, go. It's on
games
them.
Games is $70.
That's the crazy thing to me. I remember when games were from 60 to 70.
Yeah, if it was 49 back in my day,
niggas just accepted it. I was like, we just ain't nobody crazy. All right.
Don't get me started on in-game transactions. Fuck DLC. Oh god, hey,
That's
I like the character faster.
But you know what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how can you even get into a game if you off it in a month like that? Like, unless you just really sitting down
playing that bitch.
Yeah, like just like playing that bitch. How can you really get into the whole game?
But you know what's funny? Niggas don't really be liking these games. I was talking about this in the Discord. A lot of these are just trend and fad games. And it's crazy how many studios is getting off $70 fad games. Like, you can have that conversation. How much are you really getting into a game playing it in a month? But these niggas have bought every 2K for the last 10 years. They have played every Call of Duty in the last 10 years and play that throughout the year. They aren't all. We don't talk about the retention numbers of Call of Duty and 2K for you niggas after a month because y'all aren't dropping those games because y'all like Call of Duty and 2K. Y'all don't like.
But y'all don't complain the whole time.
Yeah, y'all don't play
like 2K though, right?
Huh?
You like 2K though, right?
Not really. Nah.
Okay.
I mean, the community still asks, but hey,
okay.
What are you gonna do? Play 24? I am, but
wait, you playing 24?
Oh, my girl Xbox downstairs. Whenever I'm like watching the baby and I can't be upstairs, I boot up 24. I'm like, all right, you chilling.
I played 2K a long time outside of social.
Mister, we done with 2K, man. The last one standing.
But I just yeah, I know people watch games based off of like Kai Cenat's recommendation and shit like that. I can't come to purchasing a game and then dropping it. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm holding on to the nostalgia, but 60.
I still play Baldur's Gate. Shit,
I need to get
y'all my hours right now.
I need to get $60 worth of fucking game, and that's a whole year of game. Or maybe when the price drops. Maybe when the price drops.
That's what a lot of people do. That's what my bro who owes me a game. You still me, nigga. He's doing that for Black Ops 6 when it's on a deal whatsoever. That's when I had that jump. But yeah, I'll say this: a lot of my games, and this is not a flex. Touch grass, please, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I hit 100 hours on like a lot of the games I play. So if I buy the game, I'm trying to play the game for real.
Oh, that's a fact. If I buy it, I'm definitely gonna play it. Now, should I get game shared and shit like that? Total different story. I might not play them as much. You know, it is shit that come on Game Pass. Might not play it as much. I ain't have to drop the $70 for it. But the shit I buy, Call of Duty, will be played. But when I even buy Call of Duty, it's on Game Pass.
I have $500 of Baldur's Gate. Jesus,
that's
not too much. Not too much. Not too much. Hold on.
Leader for real.
I was like, you are Baldur's Gate for real.
Hey man,
I got. You still play it?
Yeah, I still play it because it's too many ways. It's too many ways to play the game. Like you talked about the single player shit that don't apply to Baldur's Gate. That's why it's the GOAT. There's like 50 fucking stories. The Cruz is right here. Cruz, producer Cruz. Am I cap? There's like 50 fucking stories. 50 ways to play the game.
Let's get into some super chats before we go on to the next thing. This is Butterman.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
Says for $4.99, man, I miss playing Sid Meier's Pirates and Civ 2. This is him talking about the Xbox as well.
He's on fire.
These go together. Shout out to Butterman 19 Butterman 98 $4.99 says everybody saying Xbox or PS or DS. I remember on the Commodore 64 my uncle had. Okay.
Well, I'm not trying to beat nerd allegations, but Butterman, they don't get it. I do. Sid Meier's Civ 6, Civ Revolution. Those are some go-to games.
But why not just go back to playing it too?
I got the mines on the console, so I still do. I just don't see the hours because I stopped paying for PS share. But
that's what some people are doing with 2K. They're just like, fuck it, let me play 2K15.
I'm about to say, yeah, I got 2K16 downloaded downstairs, and my PS2 with NBA Streets is plugged in. Oh, and I got a special surprise for y'all when we do the next meetup, man. I got everybody created on NBA Streets, and we will be using ourselves on NBA Streets.
Oh God.
Okay.
Terrified.
Shouts out to Jay Kinsey.
He's on fire.
Sir, 10 Canadian dollars says the community doesn't even allow streamers to play single player games on normal mode anymore. It has to be on hard, or you won't get views, or those views will laugh at you in your own chat.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of why I wasn't trying to just glaze Buddy. He probably doesn't even watch YouTube streams, but that's why the guy on Instagram was referring to. Yeah. The only slander he gets on his channel is, oh, you're playing on rookie. The whole thing is comedy. The whole thing is his experience of the game, let alone, obviously, some niggas don't want to. If you could put Elden Ring on easy, a lot of niggas would lie to you, Chad. I'm sorry to tell you. A lot of niggas, if they could do it and get away with it, would put Elden Ring on easy because some niggas don't got Kai hours of time trying to learn how to beat the game. They just want to beat the game.
That's a fact. Shouts out to Droopy for $4.99, talking about friend of the show. Trey Sold is bad at sports games and fans still enjoy his content. I'm not gonna lie, I think Trey's like the funniest dude.
Yeah, there's people that do it. Yeah, chat.
His laugh is mad funny, bro.
Yeah, we're not talking in absolutes. Shout out Trey, by the way. But yeah, we're not talking in absolutes. But it's come on, chat. Y'all know.
I think Trey's hilarious. And then Omar, connect the dots. The words are motivation and lazy. Dang, I could have did something simple. I'm not motivated to do this, so I'm gonna be lazy about it. Motivation. Okay, if you flip around the last couple of words, you have aviation, right? Aviation, birds, planes. Planes go up in the air. Air is what you need to breathe, but you might have a hard time breathing that air if you are lazy. Boom.
7. It's about the same as Damo. Y'all was hating on Damo.
I'm about to say, yeah, y'all was hating on me.
Like 9. Damo took like 8, 9. Yeah.
I wasn't even taking that long. That's just a Sage. I was on the same thing. I'm like, I didn't take that long.
Y'all was hating. Because y'all said, and then me cooking. Oh, Damo took 2 more lines. Y'all hate. I with you there. I call it out.
And you kind of gotta drag it out sometimes. They was hating on that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they literally was like, yeah, he can't do this anymore. It took him like 9 lines.
Wow, that took so long to make the connections. Did it really? Damn, I thought that was the point. What's the drag it? My fault.
Everyone just got to be great, huh?
I guess everybody should just stick to their thing. Damn,
Shout out to Robert McGee for $1.99 says, not gonna lie, games are too expensive to be experimental.
That's a fucking.
I honestly don't know how a lot of y'all do it.
Yeah,
these souls get Call of Duty. Wait, hold on. It's $70. I did have to do it for the fucking stream, but god damn, just get a game, huh?
Yeah, if I ain't had this shit for stream's sake, I would have not bought Kakarot. Well, I game share anyway, so I don't be spending too much.
I haven't played WWE since we played that one time, Sage.
That's your fault. I tried. That's your fault.
Yeah, if I can't, I had to be able to play it for a long time.
It sound like a bunch of PlayStation problems because, man, I
got 150 on WWE.
I was like, damn, I can't relate. So everything be on Game Pass, so that's how I play everything.
I just get my hours in.
Okay, here you go. Omar for £2 says, UK fan here. Big fan of this pod. Keep it up, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it. British Omar.
Now, this is back in that NBA conversation. Shouts out to Heisem. Says, the reason the NBA fan base is more player focused is because you see the players' faces more often than in football or baseball. That naturally creates a connection with these players. Also, who wants to root for a corporation?
Well, that last point was not good, but the other part, yeah, it was fun.
The only thing that I'll say though is the reason why it's more player focused is because the NBA intentionally made it player focused. I think this goes back to the conversation of, is it the product versus the entity? And again, the NBA quite literally talks about how they made switches throughout time to say, hey, we're going to be more player focused as opposed to pushing teams. And again, just like everything in the world, you make a decision today and you live with the outcomes tomorrow. Maybe it's a bad outcome. Maybe the NBA isn't what it is today. I think I would still like basketball, but ultimately we're coming to a place where you need a face and you just so happen to get lucky running into Magic Larry, into MJ, into Kobe Shaq, into Bron, into Steph.
And Steph was really lucky if we really want to talk about it.
Yeah,
that's
KD
why
really
the
go
NBA
for
got
it.
a little lucky. Maybe they just truly, and part of it probably is just xenophobia because obviously, but maybe the NBA just hasn't gotten lucky.
We'll see. It's supposed to be.
They gonna get lucky again.
They gonna get lucky again is crazy.
I know they are, bro. The fact that people really don't think that there's gonna be another player that it's just gonna work. Like if you would have told me 5 years ago,
I agree.
I'm telling you right now, if you would have told me 10, I say 10. You'd have told me 10 years ago, the biggest baseball player in the world would be a Japanese man. I'd have been like, you're bugging.
But
biggest baseball player in the world, genuinely biggest baseball player in the world, and Japan going crazy with baseball. So better be like 8 more of them. That's the same thing with France. The best, it's literally gonna be like, yo, the greatest hooper right now is a nigga from France, and people are gonna say now, nah, no way. When Vic is really rubbing dick and balls in the league, and then there's 18 more French niggas, it's gonna look crazy in 10 years.
They'll be safe. An Asian? No way!
No,
impossible!
Nani?
I said Japanese specifically. I didn't just say Asian.
Okay. But the fuck anime, huh?
I think my counter to that, Dama, would be again, what does that person look like? From a numbers perspective, because if Jokic is 30, 14, and 12 aren't moving niggas on like, insane efficiency, the fuck does the next have to do?
Because he doesn't have it, he doesn't have the perception, and he doesn't have it just off the court, which that shit matters. Like, as much as niggas want to say, it's going to take more than just great numbers to be that person. So there's going to be somebody who is just as dominant in their own way on the court, but that nigga is going to give a fuck about basketball, or at least the perception is going to be he gives a fuck about basketball. You aren't going to have that knock like you have against Jokic.
Okay.
I need Ant to go on a super team. Okay,
oh my god!
I need to be on a villain arc, go on a 3P, because he definitely got the personality. He's the numbers, the accolades to back it up. Yeah, man.
I can tell you the players that I genuinely think, like, in all honesty, from what I'm seeing this season, that I think could be on that path of the guy for the NBA for the next 10 years. Some of these names things I don't like, but in my opinion, not gonna lie to you, I see it with Tatum. I see it, so I know, but I see the same thing I seen with Steph Curry is I'm seeing with Tatum. I'm not gonna lie. I see it with Tatum. He's gonna be so hated. He's so hated, the niggas just gonna love him for no reason. Jason Tatum is 1. Ant's 2. It's clear. Ant just got it. Ant's 2. Low-key Ja 3. Luka 4. And that's the biggest European guy that's going to be just him. Outside of those 3, America's got to be first. Luka 4. And 5, especially when you come back from this injury, my guy Paolo 5. Honorable mention for LaMelo and John Morant. I see people spamming him. LaMelo, that's Luka if he grew up in America. So that's the problem. Like, it's just,
I feel like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Luka already would have had it because I don't know, the numbers been going crazy.
The numbers been going crazy. Is just he's finally going to tap into the fact that, hey, I gotta be like a actual face off the court. I think one summer is going to click. I don't know if it's going to be this, not summer, but it's going to be a year where Luka is just a lot more family friendly, I guess. I don't know.
What do you think he's gonna do? You gonna do like GQ photo shoots? Like,
I don't think it's gonna be GQ photo shoots, but he's just gonna be Luka's just gonna be outside. Like, I don't know, whatever that means. This Luka's gonna be, the perception's gonna be, yo, Luka's really like out here. Like, he's gonna be in a Glorilla music video type shit. Like, he's just gonna be outside.
Luka outside. Luka's on some brokey.
Luka Doncic
outside, bro. I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's cool flag.
I don't know the conversion rate.
Low key.
But $1 US is equal to 225 Slovenian dollars. Luka ain't finna do that shit, man. That nigga is a quadrillionaire in this country. I'm not even trying to be funny.
He got foot massages to attend to.
Yeah, brother. That sound cool, Damo, but yeah, I just typed in some ungodly amount on this converter. He make too much money, brother. To go back
I
home
would
and do
say
that shit.
another honorable mention. I would say Donovan Mitchell, but he's too old.
Ain't that nigga Luca daddy like the mayor or some shit, like the prime minister?
Oh, I did.
I don't know.
His dad like the prime minister of Slovenia. His mom is a model, and then he's also making $1 bajillion. That brother ain't coming out to do no shit. I honestly wouldn't get in shape neither. Y'all talk about whatever the fuck y'all want.
I feel you. That's just what it would take. I'm just telling you what it would take for him to be that guy. That's what it would take, him to be outside.
Yeah, I get it. Shout out to Jay Clark for $4.99 says, Mike Tomlin sacrifices kids. You can't convince me otherwise.
What?
Luckily, MVP Mar ends that bullshit.
He one of the trolls in Discord. If you join the Discord every Sunday, I try to tap in, talk football with you guys, and then remember how like insanely biased and trolly you are towards me. But he's one of the Ravens fans in Discord that at this point he's just convinced we cheating. Whole time you niggas got the fuck lucky that Joe just forgot who Jamar Chase was on a 2-point conversion. But hey man, it is what it is. We play y'all soon. I can't wait. I'm actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get my hot take off. It'll be football related. I wasn't gonna do football, but I'll do football. Just fuck it.
Okay. Shouts out to Hodge Siggers for $5. Just skip that first name. My glorious King Jokic is doing dark magic again. 15 should be in TSO for real, since niggas saying Cat is much better.
Jesus Christ. Nah, I brought that up on a stream that someone had to take. I think it was Austin Rivers and someone else doubled down with him that like Cat's more skilled and shit. And I was just like, damn, so is Cat just like
Jokic?
Yeah.
Yes. Cat's more skilled, a better offensive player than Jokic. And I was like, okay, process of elimination. None of those niggas would then say Cat's better. I mean, Jokic is better defensively. So if defense, Jokic is worse, and offense is Jokic is worse, are you trying to tell me that Cat is either the dumbest player of all time or Jokic is fucking Magneto? Because there's no way he's better if he's worse at both. There's no way.
Told you, mid-season takes.
Yeah, it's literally impossible. So
Week 3. Sir Darko for $5 says, question for Sage. What WWE theme song are you smashing to?
Well, if I have to fuck to a WWE theme song, I'm already trolling. And if I'm trolling, I'm going to go all the way. Goldberg's theme. Yeah. Think about it. Just dun, 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 while you fucking. That's hilarious. That's funny as hell. I'm not trying to be a
thinking John Cena.
Anything.
Oh my gosh. Shout out. We know
You
John.
can't see me. My time is there.
Human alert. See?
Hit him with the
Yo. You can't see me.
bitch.
All right, pal.
Fuck you. Ah!
That's TF. All right, buddy. What you got going on? Nigga put her in an angle lock.
Children. We are on the pot.
Go Kurt Angle with it? Never mind.
Wi-Fi FRX for $2 says, all units be advised. Semen inbound.
Jesus Christ.
Killax Spade for 02 for $1.99 says, y'all heard that new Psy Baby?
I think I've heard it via like a clip. And I don't even like necessarily listen, but like I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
No, I don't listen to Psy Baby. So
yeah, I think I've heard it in a Spark and Zero clip.
Ooh, brother. Unusual Koji for $1.99 says, Damo, have you listened to Miles Bridges' album?
I heard some of it, not all of it.
It's a grown man, by the way. Okay. Tyler Pfeiffer for $5 says,
he's on fire.
For the pod who don't have kids, would you let your kids watch cartoons you watch or the new shows?
I was gonna let you go first.
I don't know if I haven't sat down and really thought about how restrictive I'm gonna be on what my child consumes. I just know they won't be an iPad kid.
That's fair.
That just sounded like a meme. The way you said it.
Yeah, I can't do it, brother.
I'll double into the new shows. I don't know. I feel like I was rewatching some of our old cartoons and shows this weekend, man. That shit just don't hit. But it hit for us when we were 7 or 10. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, bro.
So
What was you watching?
What the fuck bullshit was you watching? Shit, I seen Teen Titans on Saturday on stream. That motherfucker was funny. I
I seen a clip of Shake It Up.
Okay, well, that doesn't count. No,
you was a Disney Channel kid.
And I'm you know what? You reminded me what my original hot take was. Boom, thank you. You reminded me of my original.
You a Disney Channel kid, that's why.
Yeah, thank you. You just reminded me. Thank you so much.
What's wrong with that?
I'll explain it later. But for me, I don't have
right now. That's what's wrong with that. The issue you're facing right now. That's what's wrong with that.
But for me, old show, new show, it don't really matter, gang. Me and my girl, especially if she's my girl, she's a fucking nerd too. Oh, we're battling for what that motherfucker watches. So it doesn't matter if it's old or new. I am policing 100%. She may be a Tom and Jerry stan, nigga. My son watching Codename Kids Next Door. So I don't know how the fuck we gonna get it down. I don't know who watches what at what time. It's war in this household. Absolutely.
You used to watch Henry Danger, B-Souls?
Nah.
Okay. Go ahead, Dumbo.
I was just about to say, as the person with the child, y'all are overestimating how early y'all about to implement these things. You think, oh yeah, my child about to watch Codename Kid Next Door, until you realize, what is an 8-month-old really about to do watching Codename Kids Next Door? So then you gotta dumb it down, and I promise you, as a nigga who just had to have this battle of, all right, now dumbing it down, what we watching? I wasn't like, I had bad influences growing up. Like, my mom was young when she had me. Growing up, I was watching South Park. Like, I watched South Park growing up and Teletubbies. Like, that was it. Teletubbies and South Park. I put Teletubbies on. She did not fuck with it. I said, hey, gang, I'm not putting on South Park. I don't know, bull. What's this new shit got going on? And she watches the new shit. I tried to watch. All you can do is see what the new shit is on and see what they watching. My little cousin, I took her to my grandma's house. My little cousin be watching some shit. I don't know what these new kids is on. He's watching shit on YouTube. Like, my cousin's like 4 or 5, but he knows how to navigate.
You know they don't like it though, Demo.
Her attention span and her saying, I don't like it. Like, no. At all.
She literally told me. I don't know.
Like, she said it. She said she don't like it.
Okay.
I give you that because it is probably even simpler than that. Because according to my moms, my grandmother, and my pops, Dragon Tales, Franklin, Blue's Clues Merchant. According to them, Dragon Tales, Franklin, Blue's Clues, and Clifford the Big Red Dog. So I'm over here talking about Zach and Cody. Nigga, that motherfucker might need like even slower than Dora.
You gotta dumb it down. I'm telling you, you gotta really think about it. That's true. From early years, you thinking about when they're like 5 to 8.
Yeah,
like,
you're
when they're
right.
really cognitive of what they watching, they can follow a story. But early, nigga, you gotta think Sesame Street. Now, Looney Tunes might work. I actually might try Looney Tunes with my daughter because she could follow Looney Tunes. But you gotta really like dumb that bitch down for real.
I get it.
Have y'all seen that one dragon that's like telling kids to end their mom's lives?
Huh?
On YouTube?
Nah.
No.
No. It's Doofy the Dragon. It's on YouTube.
Oh God.
Yeah,
there's a lot of weird like YouTube channels like targeted towards kids. There's this one dude my little cousin watch. It's like y'all remember the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life meme shit from like years ago?
Yes.
Imagine that as a content creator. Like, literally, it's just a bunch of weird ass Shrek videos, but gang, that shit is marketed. Like, he is pushing that towards kids or the weirdest of weirdos.
Apparently, there's some weird like Roblox videos too.
Yeah.
And this is why my child will be watching on streaming services, actual streaming services. Not that YouTube shit.
That's why my kid won't be an iPad kid.
Yeah, I don't want my kid on YouTube until he like 8. Like when I like, obviously this is gonna sound crazy. I'm not a parent, so the internet's going internet. When I feel like my son or daughter is competent, that's when I'll be like, all right, you watch YouTube. like when you have a somewhat moral compass of what's right and wrong, then I'll be like, okay.
When do you think you'll give your kid a phone?
Ooh.
Me personally,
go ahead.
I would say the same age, around the same age when I got my first phone. So 4th grade, 4th, 5th grade.
4th grade.
I was. I mean, it's a different time now versus back then, and it will be a different time when I have a kid versus right now. I know I was like 10, 9 through 12 is one of them. obviously don't fucking remember.
High school or 9 through 12 age?
Oh no, not age 9 through 12. It was a flip phone that couldn't do anything.
Services.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm not saying I'm crazy. I'm not getting nothing crazy.
It wasn't an iPhone. It didn't do nothing. In my first phone, it was like a teal flip phone that could literally only call pops, unk, mom, sis. That was it. It couldn't call nothing else. Nothing else.
I had a Metro PCS one that like flipped up. With
Yeah,
the
my second
people.
phone was a BlackBerry, and it wasn't even that advanced. Now BlackBerry's first.
Somebody said, but today's kids need phones earlier. Do they? Do you?
For
really?
emergency, I think for me, the thing that tipped my parents over was for emergency purposes.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean though?
I ain't gonna lie. I moved to a new city. It was my second day, and I went home with one of the kids. And cause the other kid was like, I could bring you home. Like I missed the bus, and he was like, I could bring you home. We just gotta wait for my sister to come pick us up. Mind you, I didn't have a phone. My mom did not know where the fuck I was. I was in a stranger's car, and we was a little late because she had to stop by Dunkin's where she worked at. So yeah, no, my mom was like on the verge of calling 911.
Well, now let me say this: you just needed a belt put to you. So that's.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely got a scolding, but yeah, no, that's what. Emergency purposes is what pushed my parents over the edge.
Wait, you got a what?
A scolding? They yelled at me.
What the fuck?
Oh
what?
My goodness.
What?
This is all separate topic.
Nigga got a stone scold Steve Austin. What the hell are you talking about? What is a scolding?
You don't know what a scolding is?
No, brother, I don't.
Oh shit. Well, that's that white side coming out.
I'm not gonna lie. I just don't feel like you can. I mean, I feel like the branches of an emergency situations is just shit that it's out of your control, or that you just never planned for or thought would happen. An emergency situation. I'm not saying she's about to have. My daughters are both about to have the same iPhone 18 or whatever the fuck is out at that time. Like they're not gonna have the newest shit, but they're gonna have something for me to get in contact with them or something. Like,
wait, let me say this. Y'all act like the chat acts like I know what a scolding is. I just didn't know. Like that's not a punishment in my household. It was the
in the Philippines. Let me tell you, my parents once we moved here, parented me completely different because they thought they was serious, like real serious up here. But in the Philippines, yeah, I got belt to ass, but here they was like, oh shit.
Yeah, put that belt on.
Yes, oh no.
I'll say this.
They'll find out. How? I don't know.
Dama, you an actual parent, so I don't know. But I think like it'll be a factor. Do you think like the opposite is a factor, that because we have access to a literal Find My app that you might give your kids a phone earlier? I'm playing devil's advocate, but like
iPhone.
Yeah, like literally because I can find this nigga. Like versus back then you had to just, hey,
sounds like you just need an AirTag.
And that. Yeah, AirTag. Yeah, maybe.
AirTag.
It honestly, it depends on. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense if you're trying to be the utmost protective and utmost like want to just be super safe and just know where my kid is. That makes the most sense. For me, how I'm looking at parenting, I'm taking all the shit that I felt worked or that I thought was good from how my parents did it, and the shit that I didn't like, I'm doing the opposite.
Well, let me say the reason why I'm like so hell bent on the whole emergency. What's the emergency that my kid can't get to a phone or somebody's phone, and then the question becomes, why are you in that emergency?
Oh,
like why?
You're in it because they're a dumb kid.
Well, but that's not. But even in that situation, I understand it's easy to say they're a dumb kid, but you have to discern. If you don't have better discernment, even while being a quote unquote dumb kid, then that's a problem for me. You see people saying too much crime. I promise you, them calling me, and I thought about this. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Them calling me saying somebody came in the school is not doing nothing for me. I know that sounds crazy because I can't do nothing. I know you love me. I probably do want to hear your voice one last time too, but you saying that, you clogging up the phone lines, gang. Let them run their emergency tactical maneuvers as the police. Don't.
And that is absolutely fine for you. I'm the exact opposite. If somebody's in the school, let daddy know so daddy can be ahead of the curve, and I'm not just finding out when it's way too late. Way
too late for you to go in there.
to do something more than not know. But again, that I don't know. I would want to know. But at this, I'm thinking about that.
What?
Until I can't move, I'm crashing
For
out.
emergency purposes. Why is this so crazy?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we can't.
You're right. Because if I don't get a chance to at least try to get in that motherfucker, I'm gonna feel like I didn't do everything I could. So you're right. Yes, let me know so I can get a chance to get in that motherfucker and get you out. Yes, absolutely. For my kids, absolutely. I'm going in that bitch. For my daughters, I'm going in there in that bitch. I am. I can't speak for everybody else. Some niggas can sit back and be calm, cool, collected. I couldn't.
Yeah, I ain't super nigga. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to force field the police. I already know what's gonna happen.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. The police stop.
Yeah. I already know. Rationally speaking, the police, no, and I might get tased. I might get restrained. Hey, I'm gonna try, but I feel like you just get irrational for your tot. But then furthermore, I can't script what emergency will be. I just think that's what emergency is. So
I get it. I would want them to. I guess I get it. I don't know. Especially, and I'm gonna be stricter on my son if I have a son versus a daughter. Please don't call me if the even this is in like high school. You gotta have a phone. Don't call me if you get a flat tire. Change the fucking tire. Use your resources.
Damn.
Damn,
dog.
What
you
is
got
me doing? What is
sometimes you gotta do that shit so your son feel like, damn, bro, Pops did that shit and he a man for real. I'm on some wussy shit. I gotta learn how to change the tire. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? Like I had to call Pops to change the tire. I should learn how to change the tire.
He does call you, Omar. Are you picking up or just like leaving him hanging? Like, nah.
I learned a lot of shit because I realized I couldn't do it with Pops.
If my child calls me and says, Dad, I'm 30 minutes away and so and I got a flat tire. Man, damn, that's fucked up. I'm literally gonna run through. You got the insurance card? All right, you got the AAA number? All right, you got the spare tire, right? And you also got a jack. Sounds like you got all your options, brother.
That's all he's looking for. Dad, what do I do? Damn.
But like, here's the thing, your son could be like, especially if it's the first time. Especially the first time.
Damo, thank you. Damo, thank you.
Oh my God.
You
know the accountability politics, man.
He should know, but he could like be freaking out on the low and like just not thinking straight because he like, oh shit, I'm on the side of the fucking highway. I don't know what to do, nigga. You know how to put a tire together. Just keep your head cool.
That's true. And see, again, that's why what Omar just said makes perfect sense. And that's the actual response and reaction you should give. All right, you just ran through all your options. The fuck you calling me for? That's the dad response. That's genuinely that's what my dad would do. Like I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like some shit my dad would say to me. Like, yes, in that situation, that should be some shit you teach your kid, you teach your son. If your son is taught to change a tire, I had that same reaction. Now on the flip, if my daughter has never been taught to change the tire, which not gonna happen. Not only do I know how to change the tire, but her mom was taught by her dad to do all types of car shit. So my daughter's gonna be straight with cars. She better than me with a car.
But if my daughter, and I hate to cut you, if my daughter's tire does that, I'm gonna call AAA. Now again, I'm gonna call AAA, but again, I would want her to have the wherewithal and the ability to at least call AAA. I don't even want I'm not even expecting my son to do it. I live that life today. I don't change my tire. I'm calling somebody to change my tire. But with that being said, that's the emergency. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of real emergencies, not like Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein came back to life.
Son got allergies.
What if there's a reason? Your kid's stranded. Your kid is like legit. Rides failed. Like, okay, I'm trying to think of something that I would have ended up doing. Okay, perfect example.
Look at Marcel. Don't call your uncle either. Hey, and I know he's stricter. He's stricter than me. So I'm like, all right. But and don't say. And I see niggas saying this, and I see you about to prime it up. Again, we're talking about a young child. I brought it up age wise.
I got you. No. I got you. 12 years old, because I'm just thinking about shit I did at these ages. 12 years old, pop. Me and my friends are trying to go. Me and my friends are going down to the mall. Again, I'm small town perspective.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking super small. So let's just go to hang out at whatever. Not no big major mall, but just some small local spot in the neighborhood, like close. Nothing crazy. Me and my friends getting together. They trying to go to the mall. Can I go? Yeah, all right, cool, whatever. They go to the mall. Again, I need people to understand, I'm not thinking about you big city niggas and your 3-4 story malls and I'm not thinking about that. I say in a small town, the mall literally is one floor. You can see the other end of the end. Like, we're thinking small. Nothing crazy. And the shit is 5 minutes away from the house. Again, just for the parameters. They're there. All right, bet. You're going. Is Stacy or Anna's mom gonna be able to bring you home? Yeah. Okay, an hour or two goes by. My kid called. Hey, Stacy and Anna either ditched me because they're bad friends, or Stacy and Anna's mom couldn't pick them up. Whatever the case is, I need a ride home. That's an emergency where calling me is reasonable. And boom, I'm gonna go pick you up from said mall. Come back home. What am I saying? Take the bus?
Known your friends better.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. First and foremost, damn. What? First of all, and that would make me a bad discerner too, because if Stacy and Anna's mom took you to the mall, is that you said Stacy and Anna's mom?
No, so I took her friends to the mall, but one of their moms is gonna bring them back. So who's gonna bring you back? If I take you, who bring you back? Either I'm taking you or I'm gonna bring you back. I don't know if y'all had moms like that. My mom was like that. I'm not taking you and bringing you and taking you home. Crazy. I'm either taking you or I'm picking you up.
That's happened. You can lie. That's happened.
No.
That's why you don't need to be out.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's too much of a. But also, with that being said, if this situation happens, because it sounds like Anna's mom eventually does come to the mall, and if Anna's mom is like, y'all get in, yeah, fuck her, fuck this little bitch, fuck this little bitch, we leave that.
We gotta talk to Anna's mom tomorrow.
There might be bigger issues.
Hey, son, hang up the phone. Go Anna.
Sage, that's a different problem, right? If she's like, yo, fuck this little bitch, get it. We got different problems, and I fucked up. But with that being said, man, go into the GameStop and ask the store, can I use your phone? Because I don't had to do that. I
all right, so how many numbers did you remember growing up? Because I can tell you now, to this day,
I know my parents' number.
I only know my grandma's number, and that's because she kept it.
Don't give Omar a point. Oh, God, that one is side.
There it is. And there it is. If you only knew 1.5 numbers, there
now
it is.
On my side.
That's not always on us or the person. Niggas don't maintain their fucking phone bills.
No. Time out. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen it inverted as the person behind the phone because I worked at a phone store, let alone as the tot that did this. Not gonna lie, if yo jit don't know your motherfucking phone number or mom's phone number, all right, you troll. I ain't gonna lie, you troll.
They can just have a phone and my contacts in there. Let's call.
Hold on, crazy.
Hold on, because I know.
How is that nuts?
The worst part is I'll never forget this 8-year-old. He came in, he wasn't lost in no shit, but he said he needed to call his mom. I'm like, all right, cool. What's the phone number? The nigga froze up, and then his mom came in, and she was like, "You know my number? What are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, what was wrong?" I was like, "Yeah, he tried to open your account, but he forgot your number, man."
And let me say this, because how I grew up in pre-K, kindergarten, it was mandatory. That was that's literally all we learned. There's nothing else to teach.
I hate y'all gave him this talking point.
You had to know the number. You had to know the address. I even have pictures, not even pictures, because we had to write this shit out multiple times, and then they laminated it, gave it to, I have those cards still from when I learned that shit in pre. There's no way that you're telling me it's 12-year-old, and I get it, Damo. They didn't maintain it. That's a bad parent right there. Maintain your fucking phone bill.
You gotta
maintain your phone bill. So your shit stays the same. So you're not switching from T-Mobile to AT&T and all that other stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I understand in theory, and I know people are gonna be mad. Yeah, Omar's a bad dad. He doesn't, the emergencies. Man, think about the emergencies that they're really gonna run into when they need it. Because I don't think what Damo posed was the worst scenario.
He said 5-minute walk at worst.
Yeah. I don't think it's the worst scenario. 5-minute walk. If they go up to the gas station, what the fuck you calling me for? Now, I say this. You might be able to get a phone. Just because I might change my mind about the snacks. Take my phone up to the store, man. Take my phone up to the store So you could get it. I'll call you off my laptop because I got a MacBook, and then we can go from there. But them having a phone, I really just don't get it.
I did live in an extremely overprotective household, so
Nah, you with the having a phone thing for me, I've agreed with most of you guys for the longest. However, I ain't gonna lie, you know, my son, daughter, they gonna know my fucking phone number. That is not even a conversation.
That's super fair. That's super fun. Everyone said in the chat, there's always the 1, 2 numbers. I remember I have the 1 or 2 numbers too. Trust me, I'm not saying I don't know numbers, but there are situations where it's just easier if this little motherfucker just got a phone on them versus having to find somebody
dad
with a phone. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
But even
that is like, I ain't gonna lie, Omar, that is so 2007 of you, gang. Like, and if you don't just go to the store and get it out the mud like we used to, like,
we done with the 90s.
Walk in somewhere and use a phone, but now it's so much easier if you just go in your pocket. Fuck
my
it.
kid gonna be in the suburbs. He can do that.
What are we talking about?
But the only reason why I'm saying this, and we keep going. The only reason why I'm saying this is because even with the phone, there's worst case scenarios. If you drop the phone, break the phone, lose the phone, if the phone dies or whatever the case may be, and now you're sitting here, I can't go into my contacts. Now you got to ask somebody for a charger. So that's a whole nother obstacle and hurdle in and of itself. You can have your Apple
It's
Pay.
normal shit today. That is normal. That is normal shit of everyday life. Oh man, I gotta find a charger. Like, that's normal. Niggas ask every day, yo, you got a charger, gang? Yeah, somebody got a charger I can use? That is a normal thing.
But I get that. If this emergency situation happened, prepare them for the fullest. You can have it you can have the number in your phone, but also have the number memorized. You should have your mother or your father's number memorized. If you have a sibling, you should have that number memorized. You should have Damo, do you have your girl's number memorized? Yes or no?
Hell no.
This is crazy.
I don't know the Damo. I don't know.
I'm not even gonna. That's why I was quick to react. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Hell no, I don't know her number, and she don't know mine either. The amount of times we've been ordering shit online or ordering shit from places. You got a membership? What's your phone number? Hey babe, what's your phone number? And she got to tell me, or vice versa. I don't know her number. The only person number I know to this day, is my grandmother. That is it. Everybody else, I hope you got contact or you signed up with Apple ID, because I don't know how to get in contact with you.
Really enough, I know motherfuckers' email addresses more than phone numbers.
Oh my God.
I know my mom's phone email address, but the phone number, cooked.
That's crazy. Your emergency contact.
My emergency email. No, my emergency contact is my grandmother, because that's the only person that's number I can actually recite and remember to this day. That is my emergency contact.
I got my mom's and pops like memory, and my sis.
There we go, Sage. Hey, you get you a girlfriend, and y'all be together for a minute. Gonna get.
Yeah, I ain't got no jump, but like if I did, and we was like locked in, not even just talking stages, but like locked in, I probably remember hers. I'd assume so.
I mean, I do remember it, because every time they be like, "What's your emergency contact number?" I do this right here. Turn on and go to her contact. My girlfriend's number is, my fiance's number is, ba 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 ba.
That nigga's hell, bro.
They got it. She will get contacted. I promise. My girl will know if something's wrong. I promise she will. But if it's, hey, bud, call the number.
Oh shit! What?
Hey, grandma, look, I need you to call 2 people. Call Angel, call my mama. We gotta do.
Y'all niggas are wrong. You're wrong.
I hope I don't ever end up in a situation that's some like real shit, and I only got one.
You can't even surprise your girl no more.
Specifically to like B Souls, because you said at least you got one. B Souls, if you got locked up today, what you doing?
Email address? Hey, speaking of accountability, I just won't get locked up.
You made the one question I give them.
Now I can't pull that card, huh? I just won't get locked up. They call me to not get locked up.
I literally agree with y'all. Just this one point, bro. Y'all gotta learn some phone numbers.
Go ahead, Marcel. Go ahead.
These niggas have lost their fucking mind.
Come on, bro.
There's absolutely no way that one of these niggas is engaged and the other one has children and don't know the fucking number. Y'all have lost y'all goddamn mind, bro. Y'all lost your mind.
Yes, I'm crazy.
Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
Bro, you should know the number, bro. It ain't that big of a deal. Not
I
knowing
do
your
know.
mom's number.
It ain't that big of a deal.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Here
not
it
that big of
is.
a deal. Because I'm about to say, if I need their number, you know what I'm gonna do? Go to it.
Face ID type shit.
Do y'all know?
No way.
Do y'all know addresses?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's just numbers. There's so many numbers. God damn.
Nigga, they ain't got
Every
numbers.
digit, there's 10 different possibilities. Times 10? Oh, bruh.
It's just too many number changes in my life. Niggas just change their number too much. So hey,
Hold
I
on,
got the time.
wait, hold on. Bezos number. Y'all know your credit card info?
No.
Yes.
By heart? No.
Gotcha.
Yes. I know my both my name was there.
You know your credit card, but you
Credit
don't know
card
her
is
number.
crazy. Credit card is crazy.
You know your card, but you don't know her
That
number.
motherfucker be swiping.
No, I just had the motherfuckers for so long. I just know them by heart now.
Y'all evil.
Again, my girl number changed. I'm sorry. Like after your name turns to fucking heart emojis in my phone, I don't know what the fuck them numbers say. I know heart emoji, motherfucker. Fuck is we talking about?
What about and see one of the problems about that even is like if something happened to you and somebody got to go on your phone, they don't know who to contact. They just see a bunch of heart emojis. But no, for real. One of the other question, last question. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Do y'all know your parents' social security number?
No.
Oh my.
I thought that's one of those like extremely private things. Like every person should just know their own.
Is it a city thing?
Why would I need that? Why would I need my parents? That's a sin.
Hey, I'm with you. Don't know my mom's. I only know my dad's because when I moved with him when I was 15, he forced me to learn mine and then had me learn his. So it was just literally a different in parenting. But for my mom, I didn't even know my own fucking social security number, let alone hers.
I feel like that's everyone's like secret.
No,
I didn't know other people are supposed to know that.
It was like one of them days where I needed to know certain files in the house for when my mom's passed away and shit like that. And on that day, she said, "By the way, I need you to remember this." And that was that's why I know that.
Let me say this to the niggas out there that talk about, and I'm not using this as a got you moment. I swear to God. Y'all talk about having all these precautions for emergency purposes, but can't put a couple of numbers to memory for real emergency purposes. Like the idea, and maybe
still need a phone.
I would say, and maybe it's because what is Cardiac doing? Who is this? So, I think it's insane not to know, and maybe it's because I got an older parent. But some of these things are like for emergency purposes. Knowing some things, putting them to memory should just be like standard things that you do. Bezos went to college for 4 years. Unless you pay, you never did FAFSA?
I did.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
That's actually like exactly like chat again. I understand that like what would you like hypothetically
what was that for? What I did do FAFSA. What?
You have to put your parents' information on there.
I mean, my parents did it together. So like when they asked for it, I'm like, Mom, go put your shit in.
You are the person when I used to work at Lens Crafters.
Oh no!
And the mom parked and said, "Go in," and you checked in for your appointment.
That is me. I'm telling you, I had very overprotective parents.
I handed you a clipboard and you waited and said, "Oh, my mom is coming." And I said, "Well, no, hold on. It's just asking you for your name." Mom.
I am horrible.
But see, that's the exact extreme end of it. Because a nigga like me, if I go into places to do shit for myself, if you needed information that I didn't know, I was quick to either ask or B, I already had the information. If I know I have to present a motherfucking social security, I would just have my mom or dad's social security on file or have the number because I already know, or I just ask for it. Simple as that. But if I'm going in somewhere and they need their number, I'm gonna just whip my phone out. And no one up here is 48. We all could have whipped our phone out when we was fucking teenagers and picked the goddamn contact that said mom and write the number down. This is way too deep. I hate how we act like niggas grew up in 03. This is crazy. Niggas ain't have pagers and fucking payphones.
Don't let them.
I'm just saying, like chat, y'all too. I'm just saying, like, when that day, it was on some emotional shit because a lot had happened. She was like, "Yo, this is where X, Y, and Z is. If I pass pass away, if you cannot access me for whatever reason, you need this information. In terms of like the socials, if I have to say something Googleable for chat, Omar talked about FAFSA. There's a bunch of other financial things that you need in terms of verifications. The first thing that pops up is things like identification, things like healthcare. You need to know it, and it's also better to know it than to be like in the rare chance of okay, what's the verification number, what's the social, whatever, and you're like, ah, shit. All right, I'll be right back. Gotta call my mom real quick. Like never mind, y'all not. I mean, if I'm wrong for knowing shit, I guess I'm wrong for knowing.
I'm not saying you're wrong for knowing shit, but if you are used to doing shit like that and you know some shit like that, I would at least assume you have it jotted down. Like, again, we are removing it from when we were the ages of we actually had to remember because we couldn't jot it down. But they probably just jot that shit down. I don't even know my own.
Yeah, I'm say your own.
Mommy, I'm in Chase right now, and
thank you. Like, come on, bro. You got
Hey, man, listen,
we was raised differently. We had overprotective parents, I guess, or not protective enough.
Mama, no.
All I'm saying is, yes, I have overprotective parents. I understand how it has affected me and how I move about my life in a negative fashion. So I did tell them with my sister, like, yo, Mom, this is why I have social anxiety. Let's tell let's you know what I'm saying? Let's guide my sisters a different way. Let's take the handcuffs off a little bit, please and thank you. So,
she told me that.
I was a little Kyle, and I'm proud of it.
You don't even know who little Kyle is.
Because my parents did their best.
But my folks literally told me to be overprotective. Again, it was a situation of life or death. Thank God for life, by the way. And after that, she was like, I'm tripping. I need to tell you these things. And that's when I learned.
Was this something that happened with a relative, a family member that made her have to want to teach you that so you know?
It was a combination of me growing up. So she was like, I should have been reminded you of these things because we had just moved. So I didn't know where the new files were. And then she was like, oh, yeah, also, certain things happen in the family, certain deaths happen in the family. And she was like, you need to know these things because I'm pretty confident you don't. And I was like, yeah, I don't.
Especially because like y'all the oldest and like are going to be heads of households and stuff like that, or are heads of households and stuff like that. Like, B-Souls, after you got one parent, after the next parent, it's you, gang. You should know like the bank information.
Their bank information?
So the account just GG's.
Why is that crazy? Yeah, why is that crazy?
But that was
their bank account. What is my business?
But now y'all are tapping into something totally different, which is
it's a little different. We were talking about
because I'm about to say we're talking about parents and philosophies now. Because now when we talking about that, my mama ain't let me know shit about what was going on with her finances until I was 18.
I was financially literate. I get that.
My dad was the first parent to be financially literate with me, and I was 16 years old. So I didn't learn nothing about that until then. My mom did not teach me about financial literacy. So that just goes into parenting, let alone us being fucking the children of it. Like, niggas is blaming us for shit that our parents should have showed us.
Like, B-Souls 26 right now.
24.
That's different.
Whoa.
Do you know
you taxed me like crazy?
Do you know where they bank? Do you know where they bank?
No.
All right, that's wild. Okay. All right.
Now
I'm off the train.
Like you see what I'm saying? I didn't want to join this side, but it's like,
now I'm off. Now
I'm man.
I don't. It's their business.
28, by the way. So, and God forbid, I ain't even trying to be funny. I didn't even want to bring it here. This is extreme. God forbid they get into an accident, both of them gone. You got to step up, gang. You got 2
I'm cooked. I don't know. Like,
and that's why I know. Man, that's literally why she told me. She was like, "Yo, anything could fucking happen. If it does, this is what you need to know about this. I didn't tell everybody else yet because I trust you, son. You need to know this, that. I was like, damn, okay.
Listen, I don't know if it's an immigrant thing, gang. Listen, when we get here, we're focused on a bunch of different things. We don't know these things that we're supposed to know, man. First generation immigrant shit, bro. We don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who the one is in chat. Oh, that is given to you as a child. No, the fuck is not.
Okay, I'm not a liar. My mama never told me how much she had, and she's still pretty secretive with it. But she never told me like the exact dollar amount she had ever a day in her life until I was like grown. Like, so I'm not gonna act like my fucking 12-year-old is gonna be like, oh yeah, I have exactly 32 cents in my account. Like, no, they don't even know all that. They're 12. But that nigga gonna know my phone number. Then nigga gonna know where if someone says a certain file is needed and Pops ain't around, where to go in the house and try to find it. He'll know that.
So you're telling me I need to know my parents' bank info, their SSN, and their phone numbers? By what age? By what age?
By now,
am I supposed to know?
By now.
No. Like, what's the early age? Oh my God! Obviously, by 30, no shit, Sherlock. But by 12, by 8,
so
by 7, and I won't know by 30. So fuck y'all. But like, what age is it? Is it like a by 4?
It's a combination and like in I guess this will be my L parent moment. It's like maturity in my child. So like I'm gonna tell them where the emergency file is. You got it. Like, hey, it is what it is. But like in terms of like my account, my social things like that, I think it's at some point when I feel like, okay, my child is either old enough or mature enough to handle a crisis to a certain extent to where, okay, gang, they need the information so they can move forward because I know they got it.
Yeah, I was when we grew up, like it just as we progressed in age, we got more and more responsibilities. So like you stop coming to your mom to fill out the paperwork. You know, at the beginning of the year, they give you the folder and they ask you some questions. You stop filling out the paperwork. You're only going to your mom for the signature. Somebody comes to cut the grass or to repair the refrigerator. You're taking that information in and you're just relaying it to your parent. And then as you get older, of course, bigger things like finances and all that get in play. But it's just that progression. So I do want to ask, there's niggas on here that are engaged. Have you had the conversation with your girl? Like, do you know where she banks? Do you know her numbers?
Oh, that's crazy.
No, we have a joint account, so we got the same.
Oh yeah.
No. You have wait a minute. What?
No. We don't have the same number, but we do have a joint account. So.
You have a joint account, but I'm talking about the other account that she has.
I don't know her numbers, but yeah, I know she has it.
And do you have access to it or anything like that?
Not formally. Like, if I ask her like how much is on it, she'll like.
How do you have informal access?
I just explained it. Like, I'll ask her like how much do you have, and then
Damo, do you have that information?
Yeah, that information is accessible to me.
Okay, I just want because once the union becomes tied on paper, I want you to know like you're the soul. Like it's not the dad no more, it's not the mom no more. It's you as the husband that's supposed to have that
And again, as a person whose father taught them this as a teenager, I understand that. And the Sage's point, no, and that's even more crazy. Because Sage's point, I feel like Sage's point was so much more different than Omar's point, and he's just jumping on the bandwagon. Sage is talking about finding the emergency files. I knew where to go to find emergency contact information in my house. What are you talking about? I knew where to go. This nigga Omar said, I know my mom's social security number like off the top of his head. You said find the files. Those are two total different things. I knew where important paperwork is in my mom and my dad's house. I knew where to go to fill shit out if I had to fill shit out. I knew that. Could I just know if a nigga asks, do you know your social? Bet, big ring miles off. You know your mom and dad's social? Shit, I didn't know. Niggas just hopping on the train of, oh, nah, you gotta know that off top. Shit, I didn't know.
Because I'm trying to like be consistent with the conversation, but at the same time, y'all are like right now don't. So it's a difference between like my 10-year-old not knowing that shit. Yeah, why like 10-year-old, you know, come on. But
10
like
becomes 11, 11 becomes 12, 12 becomes 24 Sage.
Seen this nigga applying to college and shit. Come on, dog.
Thank you.
He applying to colleges. He's written a resume, all these other shits. It's like, okay, well now, my nigga, you need to know.
Why do I need my parents' assistant to write my resume?
You don't have to call me when you're trying to fill it the fuck out.
Sage, he
why do I need your social?
He did fast for 5 times and was like,
at some point, I just memorized the shit. It wasn't even like she sat down and taught me that. At some point, I was just like, oh. Well.
I feel like knowing my parents' SSN and putting that in for them is like forgery. Like it's the same thing.
Yo, shut
like
front
not dead ass. That's what it is in my head. That's like stealing their signature without their permission. Whoa! Who told you can use my SSN? What?
No.
That's how I view it.
And well, yeah, that's what's part of the, I guess, the journey or whatever. I got to make sure that when I do that, I trust my son. It's kind of like when you buy him a card, like you give him you ever get like an emergency card or anything like that at some point in time?
Oh, when did y'all get your first debit card?
Yeah, like I got that around
15 pesos. Okay.
Yeah, right, yeah, in the teens, somewhere in the teens. And when that happened,
wait, you gotta let Damo answer.
I was like 16, 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wait for a nigga to say 19.
Oh God. Nah, I was like 16, 17. Did I have a car in my junior year? I think I had a car. Yeah, I had a car in my junior year. Yeah,
he pushing it to 17 though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it probably because it was probably close to 17. I was in my junior year. Nigga, y'all know what my birthday is. I was in my junior year. It was probably 17.
The way that we just had the most topic of all time is funny to me, but it's also funny that of all communities in the world, this community is mad for knowing numbers. That is crazy. Like, you're mad that we know the number. Oh wow, that is. I mean, look. Not everybody raised the same. Some motherfuckers is raised to be oblivious, but I don't know.
Whoa.
No. I'm saying some motherfuckers is raised to literally be shut down. No, boy, you're not gonna know how much I got, and you're not gonna know this, that. I get some of the people typing that. I'm not calling y'all like slow. What I am saying is, at some point, when to say when, nigga, you gotta know your people shit to a certain degree. Maybe not the social if you're tweaking about that, I guess, but you gotta know your people shit, in my opinion.
At a certain point,
I'll let y'all know how it goes. In 2 weeks, I go down to North Carolina on Thanksgiving. I'm asking my mom. Mom wants a social. I'm gonna tell y'all how she reacts.
Ask your mom what's a social. Ask your dad. No. Ask your mom what's a social. Ask your dad what's your banking information. See how that goes. But no, I agree with you. All I'm saying is, at a certain point, we gotta be honest and say, at a certain point, the blame is removed from us for not knowing to our parents for not teaching. Like, at a certain point, it's got to be, all right, niggas just weren't being W parents.
Literally keep it in the dark. That's what I was trying to say, and I just came out horribly. But some parents literally keep you in the dark. So I'm not mad at the keyboard warriors or you two for not necessarily, oh yeah, I was told this. That's some parents literally do that. However, at some point in time, I either just filled out the fucking FAFSA enough to be like, oh wow, okay.
I'm trying to think of the shit that I don't know from my mom. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm really trying to think about maybe one of the only thing. You know what's crazy? Out of everything that's hard for me to remember, birthdays is probably the hardest thing for me to remember.
Birthdays, and I'm
crazy.
I'm some dog shit with license plates. I'm dog shit with that.
Yeah, license plate. I think I'm terrible with that. But other than that, everything else, like my brother said, I know what's in the account. I know the last transactions. I know when she getting frauded. I know all that just as a safety measure, man. But
yeah, I don't check nobody trans.
I don't.
Your mom was trying to really be safe. That's what
the only reason why now though, Sage, is because my mom is older than y'all's moms, like by a lot. So like, not saying that she's doing old people things, but low key she's doing old people things. And plus, she doesn't check it as often. And it's not like I'm always checking it. It's kind of like how I check like locations. Like I'll look at my bank account, and then I might stop over and be like, oh shit, let's see what's going on over here. Or I use a lot of my email on new things that she signs up on, so I'll get the email notification when she purchases BET Network on the Roku. Me, stop. I can see that shit. Let's get to the hot takes of the week.
Hot take of the week. My parents are bad parents. No, I'm kidding. All right. Hot take of the week. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Oh. Jokic is gonna win MVP this year, and I'm tired of it. Yeah, I'm tired of it. The numbers are gonna be undeniable. I'm tired of it. 4 MVPs in 5 years, arguably 5 in a row. Let's call that bitch the Jokic Award, bro. I'm tired of this bullshit.
So you are 1,000,000% just jumping on the Savannah's, for those that remember podcast take of essentially when he came on here and he said if this is your standard for MVP, you do understand Joker's going to win every time. And at the time, to be fair, chat and even ourselves was on his ass. But you seem to like completely 180.
Yes, bro. There's no way you just compete with 30, 10, and 10 on like insane efficiency and they keep winning. Like, who the fuck is competing with that? Low assist to turnover ratio too, and they're winning. Nah, bro.
Hey, man. Are we the problem?
Yeah, I agree. Though.
Should we not be tired of it? Should we enjoy the hoops?
Yeah, you should win it. Fuck yeah. Damo.
Yeah, super bland and boring this week, but been watching a lot of basketball, and I am to the consensus. Darius Garland has the best dribble package, handle, bag when it comes to dribbling in the NBA, in my opinion. Too smooth, too great. Oh yeah, we're back to that. We're back to that. I'm tripling back to it. Darius Garland, best handles, like not top 3, not he's up there. I'm putting a number on it.
Not besides Kyrie.
One. Yo, no, not we take Kyrie out of it because it's unfair. No, even including that nigga. He got gray hairs now. We done with Kyrie. Darius Garland, best handles in the NBA. That simple.
I'm happy Darius Garland has seemed to like found his footing back. I mean, obviously it's been like 10, 11 games. Maybe it's just a hot run, but I mean, I'm rooting for every young player to be good at basketball. And it was disappointing when Darius Garland seemed like he fell off a bit. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see him back in these conversations again. It's just a matter of like if it's going to ultimately be true, if it will convert to wins. Yap.
Okay, Sage.
Well, everyone speed running, so I'll speed run my micro hot take. My Steelers are legit. The football discourse is literally talking about it, that the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule has been cool for the most part, and are they a legit team? But I think we're legit via the Commanders, because I damn well think the Commanders are legit. Just the St. Juice isn't. But like everybody else, I think the Commanders were a legit team. That was a fantastic game. There's no even DMV bias. That was just a fantastic game that came down to literal like novice mistakes. The defensive tackle jumping the call at the end of the game. A person in chat at the very beginning was trolling and saying the Steelers got the calls. Nigga, until that final call, they had more penalties and more penalty yardage than us. So it was a great game. I do think my team is legit. The offense, Russell Wilson has definitely unleashed GP. Pause needed. Now, my for real take, Bezos alluded to it. It's childish. We're back to the childish Sage takes. Disney Channel's the worst of the big three. I ain't gonna lie. 100%. I had to see it on the screen to believe it. You talked about Shake It Up. I will raise you like all of the sitcoms. When you rewatch them Disney sitcoms, you think the iCarly laugh tracks are bad. The Victorious ones really aren't that bad, but are bad. Man, wait till you turn on Hannah Montana. The amount of times they'll cut the commercial after you hear these. Oh God. Oh my brother. No, Power Rangers is up there for what the fuck was I watching? But ultimately, I have to say Disney Channel's the worst.
I feel like Power Rangers, the reason why it wouldn't even be the conversation for me is because that was our introduction to like anime or just television violence or whatever. Yeah, if you look at the former programming, my God, brother, it is atrocious. It's not even close. The conversation should be what's worse, the animated programming or the live action. I think that's where they fucked up a lot. The live action programming was bad. Disney XD is probably one of the better things that they did, and that shit got ass. That was definitely towards the tail end. But yeah, Disney channels. Oh,
I wouldn't even put Disney Channel in the conversations with the big three. They're not the big three. They are Big Sean in the conversation of the big three. Come on, man. I'd say fucking, what was that shit that came on? Kids WB. It's a better.
Yeah.
It's in the big three. That shit is in the big three before fucking Disney Channel. The big three is Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Kids WB. Fuck Disney. Disney Channel is Wale. What are we talking about?
It was just like literally just seeing that shit back on the TV. I was like, damn, fool. Like, I guess Wizards was cool, but even then, like, damn, this is obviously some bullshit. So,
but that's what I'm saying, though. Did it hit for y'all as a kid, though? Like Disney shows?
Certain ones did, but not Disney Channel as a whole. Like Cartoon Network as a channel, that shit hit.
Shuffle
you can
Cartoon
just-
Network, I'm
you
cool.
can just like, and I'm just going based off of what it was for me. Channel
Cartoon
53
Network
was
made me
Cartoon Network.
uncomfortable.
53.
Yeah, it was on Channel 53.
You
So
had
you
the
just
fucking antenna.
That dish. Yeah, dish.
that was like basic cable. I don't know.
Sage, he
We
had
had Time Warner Cable at the time. It was
somebody
Time Warner
put
Cable.
aluminum
It was on
foil
53.
at the end and balled
All right,
it up.
here niggas go. Here
He
niggas
fucked
go.
it up. I
Regardless,
was dead serious. I was dead serious about this. Because I remember Nick was like 51 films.
Nigga trying to bake for real.
he this nigga's on that shit. Anyway, Channel 53 was for fucking for that. Channel 30 was for Nickelodeon, and Channel 54 was for Disney. Let me tell you. And I ain't having no remote, so I had to like get up and like turn the TV physically. Man, the amount of times I had to get up and turn from Channel 54 was crazy growing up. 53, it just sat there. Channel 30, that bitch just sat there. 54, all right, Sweet Life went off. Turn. All right,
Yeah,
like, turn. All right,
Niggas,
this
Nick,
turn.
let me say this.
At least I'm consistent. I didn't know my channel names.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
But I'm gonna remember this.
For the chat. I might be the lonesome. Where my Comcast 62, 63, and 64 niggas at? But
I had Comcast for a year.
I'll say this is the person that I think I undisputably out of all of us grew up in the peak of Disney Channel programming. Like Disney Channel original movies was fire. This is like That's So Raven, Even Stevens, Phil of the Future, Lizzie McGuire.
Type shit.
Even that. Like it's just it. I'll say this, during that period, it was good as far as competing with the other ones. No, and then when you started to get into the eras when I was like getting into like late elementary school, middle school, I'm talking about like Flapjack and Adventure Time and shit rolled around. Disney was getting crazy lapped at that time, dog. This is like Sonny's with a Chance, Jonas Brothers, and Good Luck Charlie. That's when Shake It Up. Nah, brother. At that point, it was falling off a cliff.
The only reason I say that is because like a lot of kids' TV shows now we look at it and say, "Man, who's watching this?" But I'm just like, bro, it's just not made for us. That's all I'm saying with it. But.
Yeah, I mean, there was some, but like I guess Sweet Life, for example, aged like wine. But like I seen the Wizard. Yeah, I ain't got too much to say on Sweet. It depends on the episode.
He's like, all right, I'm not gonna cape too hard.
Yeah, I'm not attached to it. But like Jesse, for example, I wasn't old enough to be like, oh yeah, for my time, I was supposed to enjoy Jesse. And Jesse was
Good Luck Charlie.
I like Good Luck Charlie a little bit.
They're the bangers. We talking
Living
about
Maddie was stretching it now. I ain't gonna lie.
The twin joke.
Yeah, no, like, oh,
But
okay, it's time to grow up.
Let me say this: when I found out niggas was watching Dog with a Blog.
Oh no, Dog with a Blog is the worst one.
That's a good one.
Dog with a Blog was so bad. I literally said, "Okay, let me try with
what?"
I swear to God, I literally saw Dog with a Blog. And I said, "Yeah, let me try something." Oh my God! I'm like, no,
I'm actively looking this shit up.
Dog with a Blog is awful.
Hey, but
God.
I'll also say this: niggas ain't gonna bring it up. Hey, Nickelodeon got some ass too.
Oh,
What's that Disney show with like the little Asian girl, Mac something? Andy Mac. Oh, I hated that shit too.
He pull it out deep cut.
Yeah, nah.
Cause Tyler Perry had a show on Nickelodeon, and that shit was ass. Hold on. I gotta.
People love True Jackson, VP.
Young Dylan. Right. Have y'all ever seen Young Dylan?
No.
Hey,
Young Dylan is garbage.
Young Dylan.
Who the fuck is Dylan?
You think?
Let me his face. Oh, see, man. It's not good.
Young Dylan is lit. Young Dylan has so many
like
laugh tracks.
Go ahead.
No,
Who the fuck is Young Dylan?
It's this kid in the school, and it's just like they just like do fuck shit. I'm not gonna lie, like it's literally a kid going to school, and he's just like no personality, and it's just every 2 seconds is a laugh. I know what you're talking about. I don't watch it a lot.
It's a laugh track.
It's not. It ain't it.
We might have to watch Young Dylan as like a
4 seasons.
Yeah, Young Dylan.
Like Lil Cam Thomas. What the fuck?
And this.
Oh damn!
I'm actively looking at the intro shit for this.
For Young Dylan.
Yes, I'm looking at the intro song for Young Dylan. I seen Dog with a blog. There's no way real people was watching that.
Bro,
it was,
you see how the dog?
It was niggas from Idaho and Wyoming, all of them NPC states watching that shit. And then Young Dylan, nigga, who was watching this?
No,
So this was like the same demographic for Blackish, but kids.
It's like Keenan and Kel, but Kel had a tot. Like it's
what?
But like it's damn near just stereotypes with that nigga. It's oh my god.
Young Dylan is
Young Dylan is crazy.
It's pretty bad.
Y'all gotta. I swear to God, we might have to watch it. It is so bad. Okay, did I even go?
Nah.
No,
okay.
you didn't.
Okay, let me go.
I'm thinking that shit about to be like Young Sheldon. This nigga got the rapping on the intro.
That shit is
What?
it dropped in like 2020, and that shit was awful, fool.
It looked like it. That shit like
The little ass Cuban he got on. What is this?
Oh, will you watch? All right. Let me do it again. Young Dylan is bad, brother. All right. The reason why women rap is failing is because all the rappers are inauthentic. All the female rappers are inauthentic. There's like 3 to 4 authentic female rappers. Everybody else is faking so bad that it just and the viewers can't relate. Have y'all ever heard Lotto talk?
No, but I didn't think female rap was failing though.
Just listen, bro. The album sales ain't there, and I'm running with the narrative. B souls. All right.
Oh my god!
You
He trying to get another 100K TikTok off, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You can't stop me now. Also, I'm about to double down on that one too. I'm on Trey Rags. Dick, nigga.
I was waiting for him to say something. I was waiting for him to address it. I didn't know if it was gonna be a stage.
Motherfucker says that shit. So what even is the argument though?
Hold on. Let me play this first.
Wait, I don't know. Wait, he responded or someone responded to you?
What? Let me do this. Let me do this. I think they're getting off on my shit.
Biz from the streets, what a pleasure speaking with.
Big Mama.
Let's go, Big Mama. I'll let her look. Let them know what you rocking tonight.
Listen, I got on my merch.
Okay.
Because this shit is ghetto and I don't got time to get dressed.
Right.
Off that just alone, she finna show a little ass or whatever, but just off that alone. Yo, Lotto, we saw you on the rap game. You got a white mom and you from Ohio and Griffin, Georgia. You don't talk like that, right? I think that's bad. And people can see it. Also, I don't know if y'all ever heard Lotto lyrics. She be talking about how she was a virgin before she met a nigga. Like, she keeps talking about her body count being literally 0. And women are like, I don't relate to that. And it's actually not even cool for you to like say, like, niggas don't want to know. I don't know. It's just fake.
They're virgin shaming her? You fucking virgin.
Cause she's not a virgin. She keeps talking about her body count. Oh, when I met you, my body count was 0. So I'm better than your last bitch. And I'm thinking to myself as a man, that sounds awful.
I will say this, mini hot take. I'm off the Ice Spice train, man. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
I gotta hop on. Hype over, man.
Bro, and you can't be.
And I'm not hearing this from Mr. Thickums himself.
Bro,
No, I'm good, bro.
You made that name for me. I never claimed this.
Because I was on the bandwagon with you. That's why. That's why. Nah. She's not.
You're wagging, you know what I'm saying? The road get a little bumpy. That's right. It's not always going to be fresh oil. Sometimes we got to get a new wagon. Sometimes we got to go down a different street, man. I'm with the Spice till I die.
The Spice lost her wagon.
Yeah, she's trying to shake it and not working.
What y'all got going on, man?
Body count so low.
The ice is melting.
I might say I'm a virgin. Shut the fuck.
Do you rap or do you tweet that ass?
Shut the fuck up. All right. Yeah, the only authentic women rappers is like Sexy Red, Cardi B, Glorilla.
Okay.
She's authentically Memphis.
That might honestly be it.
Memphis.
In terms of women rappers,
yeah,
that mainstreamers and women rappers in general.
Yo, if you about to say Tink gang.
No, I don't even know who that is. Whoa, hold on now.
Get the mid clip off. We can still edit it. Come
Tierra
on, gang.
Whack. I knew niggas was going. What about Tierra Whack? Come on,
Tierra Whack is dope. I see a lot of Doechii. I see a lot of Doechii hype.
Doechii is fire. She got a fatty too. So I mean, Doechii's cool. Doechii's cool. Doechii could be authentic. It's just one project. We only know her, but I'm just talking about the rest of them. Niggas saying Doja Cat. Is Doja Cat?
She authentically fucking white, nigga. Yeah, you right.
1 week she black, 1 week she in the chat rooms. I don't know. So
in the chat rooms purring.
Sage looking up. I see Sage's face. He's looking up Doechii right now. He's like, okay,
okay, HETD.
Nah, the kill is it wasn't even like one of them Instagram pictures. I just seen her performing. I'm like, oh, like from the front.
Nigga said, damn,
from the front.
Hey, Doechii. Oh, if it and let me say this: if it passed Sage thick test,
you know it's passed.
You know it's passed.
Yo, that nigga grade on the curve, boy.
You niggas have made the worst.
That's like getting the certifications on the cards.
This is not true.
Sage is a Harvard English class. You know, I might grade on like a community college type shit. You know, everybody gonna pass. This nigga Sage, he grade hard.
Man, I love all sizes, man.
Nah, fuck all that. Hey, everybody like to cook. That nigga Sage be Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay say your shit good.
Oh,
hey,
my God.
You cook it. You like to cook.
Yeah.
You know a good beef Wellington.
Would you even type in?
I just typed her name.
In Twitter?
Google. I just Googled her shit.
Damn, nigga seen that's a lot of ass, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I just literally kept scrolling until I like seeing like everything. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
And
right.
he was like, okay.
Let me get this Trey Rag shit off real quick. So let me say this. Y'all motherfuckers is on dick. The whole premise of that was the concept of him deserving to get the audition. And motherfuckers put their whole monologue on it. Trey Rags is funny. Trey Rags, like, didn't nobody say none of that. Didn't nobody say any of that bullshit. The nigga still would have to audition for the part. He doesn't automatically get it because he's Trey Rags. Trey Rags absolutely does deserve it. Why do these niggas with non-credentials get to skip the line? No. They have to audition. It's simple as that. I didn't even really see the issue with I don't know why people were going so hard about it. That nigga is funny in his room, bro. If that nigga let that
here you go. Why, bro?
Let the nigga
include that in the clip too. Include that in the clip. Nah, he's not getting that off, bro.
Let the nigga audition, gang. Why he can't audition? God.
Right there.
Please include that in the clip.
This nigga. And he's only funny in his real life.
Oh God.
That's really what he wanted to get off to.
That was the real
He don't care about Scary Movie.
That's
The fuck?
title. Yeah,
He don't
like,
think
what?
Trey Rags is funny.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff left on this. We filled it up with the shit. Can we play the floor game and then end it with the finding some new shit to talk about?
All right, bet. Okay. So I got the floor. I'm hosting, so bear with me.
Oh, shit.
All right, it's gonna be Omar and Damo playing the game. The floor. History edition. Starting with Omar.
Yo. Pass, but I know he's Spanish.
Okay.
Is he Spanish? Is the name Spanish?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. All right. So I flip to the next one for Damo?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Stalin, right?
You are correct.
That's crazy. Niggas is giving the quick ones. That was not William Shakespeare. It was Shakespeare? That is a crazy picture of Shakespeare.
It was.
Yeah, that might have been Shakespeare.
I've never seen no picture of
I
Shakespeare
ain't
look
never
like
seen
that.
Shakespeare look like that, but That nigga took rookie Shakespeare picture. That's crazy. Year 3 Shakespeare.
That's harder without the beard. Type.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? This is Saddam Hussein.
Is this an AI pic of him?
Yeah, that's what I was. Who picked these pictures?
An AI pic of Saddam Hussein is
Able diffusion.
That's that. What's that? 1950s retrocast or whatever version. What is this? That's Saddam, right? Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone say D-Lo.
That's not Tesla, is it? Is that Tesla?
No.
That is Walt Disney, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Big Disney.
Damn.
That nigga looked at that nigga and said D-Lo fool. Chat
Nigga said, mummy. This is King.
This Egypt.
What the? It's King Tut, but the only reason why it's King Tut is because Cruz is crazy racist.
My answer literally would have been Egypt. This Egypt, bro.
A mummy? What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Nigga said a random mummy.
A mummy?
This is King Tut. Oh shit.
You are correct. You are
that
correct.
is crazy racism.
What? He ain't even a person.
He's not even a person. That's the Leaning Tower of, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I know it's a Leaning Tower or something.
Is the Leaning Tower? Oh, is he good?
I say they need it.
It's Leaning Tower or something. I don't know the fucking name. Leaning Tower
The
or
Leaning
fucking.
Tower of
You the judge, Lisa. I know that.
This is Leaning Tower.
Oh, he got it.
Somebody spelled it pizza. Yo, this
Leaning Tower of Pizza.
This is this is Mozart.
Incorrect.
This is Bach. Fuck.
This is Beethoven.
Damn.
Beethoven? No, yeah.
This could also be an AI
Yeah.
picture. I don't know
Oh
what
no,
Cruz
no,
right
no,
now, bro.
That's Beethoven. I'm tripping.
All right.
Gandhi.
That's a layup line.
Okay.
The Taj Mahal. Let's lock in.
Okay.
Princess.
You can guess this one. This is an easy guess.
Yeah, my guess would be racist. Princess something. I don't know.
This is Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Nigga, year 1 Queen Elizabeth. This is crazy.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth II. If we, yeah.
It is rookie.
The only Queen Elizabeth I know is the one from our thumbnail. What are we doing? I've never seen that bitch.
This is her. This is her.
Yeah. All right, bro. That's crazy.
Nelson Mandela.
What?
I'm sorry.
What is
one? This is Ronald Reagan, but I had one. I seen that motherfucker. I was like, oh, that's
don't
Morgan Freeman.
I knew it. I knew it.
This nigga right here.
Morgan Freeman. I knew that.
Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh, Harriet Tubman. That was easy.
I wish a nigga would get that wrong. Bezos, who was that? Let me stop.
All right, bro.
Jesse Owens.
All right. What's the score? I don't.
Niggas ain't been keeping score.
I ain't gonna lie. We forgot to keep score.
It might be a tie. All right. Bonus round for both of y'all. Fuck it.
I'm gonna say, should we just go through the ones we missed and count it like that?
It's not that serious. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Tiebreaker.
This is definitely. I don't think this is Susan B. Anthony. I want to say that this is the lady that made the American flag, but I also don't think that that's
A lady made them. All right, never mind. I shouldn't have posed it like that.
Clipped and no, don't let him run. Clipped and shipped. Oh my god, chat. You better run with that. Oh my. That's bad. That's bad.
Oh, my bad, John. That's not what I meant by that.
Oh wow.
That's not what I meant, man.
Oh,
Said, oh, woman. They didn't say, oh, Oh, woman? No, he said, oh, woman made. Oh.
This is so funny off of Kamala Harris losing. You're like,
All right, Damo, what's your guess, man?
I don't know.
Did he guess?
Betsy Ross. I'm guessing Betsy Ross. I don't think it's Betsy Ross though.
Am I guessing too?
Yeah.
Helen Keller.
Susan B. Anthony. Omar actually was like,
damn, he was right the first time. But
Yeah.
he just answered.
Susan B. Anthony hate black women. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, that is so funny.
Fuck.
That-
My bad, y'all.
It's
Salute.
All the guys here, you ain't
Woman?
A lady made the flag? What?
Nigga said, "Oh, woman."
A woman.
It could be that woman that made the American flag, right?
Oh shit. Okay, I don't see the wheel about this. Let's do this last abstract. What it is? We'll get out of here. Fuck the QA and Q2. Fuck it. This has been too funny of an episode. Y'all gotta go remember the numbers. All right. So the question is, how much did podcasting and content creation play into the election? This is not a political podcast. We just think that it's very interesting how much podcasting played into the election, how much the content creators played into the election. I don't know if y'all saw Trump won and he had Dana White on the stage for his thing, and Dana White's one of his first things was like, yo man, shout out to Ada Ross. Yeah, shouts out to Ada Ross.
We live in a world, bro. We live in a world.
Boy, oh boy.
Not the motherfucker that plays 2K, bro. Hell no.
And then I don't know. This is conversation about the Democrats doing a bad job with their, campaign and all this stuff. Some might argue it's because Dr. Phil did not sit down with Kamala Harris. And that some people would be Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil tells Piers Morgan he gave a speech at Trump's rally as an act of rebellion because Kamala Harris snubbed him. That was an act of rebellion on my part. I requested 25 plus times to speak to Kamala Harris. I offered to give the identical speech at a Harris rally. So
man, pipe down, bro. What the fuck? She don't fuck with you. What the fuck?
So in
25 times, J.K. Rowling ass. Come on, bro. No means no, buddy. Fuck.
So in turn, everything that he said, he flipped it and went to a Trump rally and said it. I just want to know from y'all's perspective, because they do a lot of antics, have the Sexy Reds, have the Cardi B's, have the Aiden Rosses, have the Kodak Blacks. They have all these people up there on their stage doing the performance. Does any of that play a part in y'all shit? Like when y'all go vote? Does any of that bullshit?
I'll be the first to say absolutely not, but it is surprising how many people that shit would matter to. You'll be surprised how many people's opinions is swayed by celebrities, and you'll be surprised how many people would think that celebrities will sway people. I told the infamous story on here to people that was trying to get people to go out and vote, and they asked me, who you voting for? Oh, I don't like either candidate. Oh, well, what rapper do you like? Vote for who they're voting for. All right, Grandma, you got 2 seconds before you get punched in the face. Like, I don't know what you think. It's like, you're lucky my daughter right here, or I will really say some shit. Like, please get out my face.
Yo.
I would just say, to me, it doesn't matter, but you will be very surprised how much that matters to other people. And I do think the podcasting and social media as a whole played a lot into both of Trump's wins in the election.
Yeah, if you're swayed because, like, a certain candidate was on a certain stream, gang, I'm mad that you were even like, I can't say I'm mad that you're allowed to vote, but god damn it, dude. So yeah,
you can say that.
Unfortunately, yes, it does, because I think they're not wasting their time. I don't think either candidate are wasting their time when they do these things. It's unfortunate that you would think it wouldn't. You would think it shouldn't, but it actually does. However, does it sway my vote? Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it sways a big portion of people's votes. Like I know there's some Marvel fans out there that when they saw the Avengers endorse Kamala, their dicks got hard. Oh my god, all of them were Kamala? Like, that's kind of crazy. I will say though, I think from everything that I've seen, if anything, I actually have like a opposite take. I feel like the internet and just what happens in the real world for me with how the election played out just showed me that like, yo, there's a completely different world out there that like doesn't care about the internet shit. For real. That's what I seen. And I also looked it up. I think the night of like, yo, what is the whatchamacallit? What is the percentage of the population that is active on the internet? It's 70%, which honestly I thought it'd be a little bit higher. But 30% of America just isn't active on the internet. That's pretty big. So
yeah, and then I wonder what the
what even is active?
Yeah, what is active, and then furthermore, which of that percentage actually went to vote and shit like that.
Yeah. What's funny to me is the attempts that like people went through, and you know, there's always been the conversation of like the bag. Oh, this candidate is offering the bag. If they come and offer the bag, we might have some indication as to what the bag really meant. These are the attempts to get people to vote for you that you know some parties think is fruitful. Donald J. Trump says, I'm very surprised at the Democrats who have fought a very hard and valiant fight in 2020 presidential election, raising a record amount of money, didn't have lots of money left over. Now they are being squeezed by vendors and others. Whatever we could do to help them during this difficult period, I would strongly recommend we as a party, and for the sake of desperately needed unity, do. He's saying they have big money left over. So 2020 election says that it is they spent a lot of money and basically the Democratic Party is broke. There's also some articles out there that Kamala Harris's campaign's election eve concert said to cost up to $20 million. Staffers and vendors fear they won't be paid. Now, $20 million to get Meg Thee Stallion up there to twerk.
Watashi wa star type shit.
And they're also pointing to the fact that Kamala goes on the Call Her Daddy podcast. It's a podcast with 1 million subscribers. You know, this is a legitimate podcast. This is not some fake me out podcast. And that episode failed to reach 1 million views. This is not a small podcast. Call Her Daddy is one of the bigger podcasts out there. They should be able to pull 1 million views off of having a Kamala Harris episode. Are these niggas spending that type of money just to not get the
but
numbers?
Lana Rhoades got 4 mil. My bad.
Hey, brother,
that's crazy.
Lana Rhoades is the GOAT. It doesn't do anything for me. I think that it's stupid to actually see these people come on these platforms with people that have no clue about politics. Like, these are not the people that would even give real pushback or even force you to dumb down conversations in a way that would be palatable. Like Aiden Ross saying Trump free Kodak Black. Are you gonna free Young Thug in the YSL trial? Like, that's probably why he shouldn't be on there. That's probably why he shouldn't be on there, right? You don't want to see that shit. Nobody.
You're bored, bro.
No, but I'm being dead. Nobody wants to see that shit.
I don't know enough about Jeffrey, man.
Nah, man, he don't need to be on there and asking him that bullshit. Now, with that being said, we do got to play a game. What entertainer / celebrity?
I thought you was about to do a Prize Picks deal, bro. That was crazy. I was like, whoa, this is not for today. My bad. Keep going, man.
What game we can play?
What actor or content creator or celebrity would give the endorsement to a presidential candidate, and you say to yourself, damn, you know what? If someone so fuck with him, then I might have to fuck with him.
The baby.
Okay.
Bill, not a science guy.
That's
I'm
worse.
honest, nothing.
That's worse. Hey,
I'll be honest, nothing, man.
You get a Bill Nye this time, I got a Bill Nye, a real nigga. I gotta fuck with you.
If MKBHD endorse somebody, I'm probably gonna look into you a little bit harder. That's always my go-to. But if Dre from the Warrior Spaces,
Oh shit! I was like, yo, the Hoop Kid? Oh my god!
if Hoop Kid Dre endorses you as a candidate, somebody says Swiper Cam. If Swiper endorses you as a candidate,
that was my next pick. That's my next pick. If Swiper endorse you, I know I can't fuck with you.
Bro, oh god, what the fuck?
I gotta go against you. If Swiper vote for you, I gotta vote against you.
Matter of fact, that's another good question. If
the Laker fan in me,
if they hopped on that creator's platform, you knew you could never listen to them. Who is that creator?
Ken Master.
I don't want to play anymore.
That's the wrong name too. I'm about to say Ken Master Ahmad.
My fault, Ken.
It's not serious.
Zen Master, my fault. You hop on that shit, I'm good.
Academics. If you go on academics, then you're good.
Oh, that's Trump then. Trump did a stream with that.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hell no.
Oh, I would say what you
This is
call
like
it?
right after the Kendrick shit.
No,
The
he
Hop to a
didn't.
Girl podcast. You hop on her shit? I know you not serious. You
I'm
hop
not
on the
gonna lie.
Hop to a podcast? You not serious?
I'm not gonna lie. If I hear one of the candidates giving a speech and then every 5 seconds I hear Armand Wiggins, I'ma lose my shit. I'ma lose my shit. Nah, I can't do that. Nah.
Academics. Trump wasn't on no damn academics.
Yeah, he was. I saw it live. It was kind of crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Is Ack really doing this?
Nah, somebody gotta link me that shit.
What you call it? Another one? I don't know why this would happen, but I know for a fact that this did happen. That will make you incredible. You do anything with Zeus Network. Nope.
I am a Zeus Network hater. I'll admit it. I don't
anything
get
with Zeus?
any show on there.
Nah, I'm good.
It was the son. Never mind. It was Donald Trump Jr. in Act. My bad.
I also
It's
I
close
will
enough,
say
though.
because I've been watching some Duke Dennis content. If Duke got Kamala on there and he was trying to riz her up, nah, it's cooked. And she was playing into it.
And she
too.
was working.
If it worked,
That shit work. He was up the president candidate. That's
See
different.
Kamala blushing. Oh hell.
That man is going crazy. That man is going crazy the next day.
Yo, Double, he do one of these and that shit work. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Do you think that there is a lane and a boundary for like certain content creators? Like they shouldn't be stepping into all these lanes and shit like that?
For certain ones, yeah.
As long as you're not trying, yeah, like you can't go around with your brand not even remotely like being anything informative and then being like, okay, I'm here to tell you why you should do something that will have like massive implications on the world. I feel like you need to at least have some identity or be the most shockingly credible and smart person I've ever seen in my life if you're gonna flip that switch.
Yeah,
I think at a point you just do whatever you want. At a point, it does become on the onus of the viewer to be like, all right, why the fuck is he doing this collab?
Yeah.
What's the motive behind this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I want to say before Damo, because Damo's gonna speak, I think this doesn't just stop to me to anything political. Like this could go vaccines, this could go cars, this could go whatever. Somebody said 5-minute craft endorsing Trump. Like I know times are rough and tough, but I don't want to click on, I don't know, your channel about funniest pranks of 2022 and then see you talk about Palestine and Israel. I just don't. What are you doing?
Damn, Avery B.
First of all, yo. But no, for real, like, damn Avery B. Like, okay, I didn't expect you to be doing this. I wouldn't want you to do this. Don't do this.
I would just say I'm with you. It don't have to just be political. It could political shit genuinely is the one like where it's very obvious for me. Like it's super obvious. Like I'm scrolling through Andrew Schultz's podcast because I haven't heard it in a minute. And I see Donald Trump's been on there.